Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to Toxic Ladies Happy Hour. And
Already?
today our guests are Danish and Pubby.
Yay!
Yay!
Good
Thank you.
morning, Katie and all the other ladies. Thank you for coming back, Katie. This is the Toxic Happy Hour, where we are toxic towards scams that delay the adoption of global sound money. Katie already took over the show, Puppy. So I'll just give it to Katie.
Thank you guys for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Good having you here. Me and my co-host, Toxic Ladies. Girls, do you want to introduce yourself?
Somebody go.
All right, Kat, go ahead.
Okay.
Katie's the leader, clearly.
Yeah. I'm stacking cats. I stack sats and cats. That's really it.
Love it. I'm Justine, Miss Hoddle on Twitter. All I say is I shit talk on Twitter. I've got some things going on that I can't really announce yet. So maybe in like a month or so, I'll come back on. Katie can take over your show again, and it'll just be me announcing the things I'm doing. But yeah, I shit talk on Twitter. Bitcoin is freedom. I'm just falling down the rabbit hole and doing my thing.
And I'm very glad to be here. This is actually my first podcast, and I'm super glad to be here with the girls as well.
Oh, yeah. And I'm Katie the Russian. I should post and sell passports.
among other things, Katie. Katie, if anyone hasn't heard it, our show with Katie was one of our, I think, top viewed for sure. Great stuff all you ladies are doing. Over to you, Anders.
Yeah, so I'd like to hear what the ladies are drinking. I mean, it is the Toxic Happy Hour. Let's take a round, and then I'd love to hear what you guys are all doing. Well, you girls are all doing in Bitcoin, like a short. Sorry, I was gone. What are you guys drinking?
All right, we should come up with some order. So many of us.
Yeah, I've got a Moscow Mule in a copper mug.
I
It's
support
mostly
that.
ginger beer because it's 11 a.m. But yeah.
Nice.
Moscow. That's my style. Not really,
Okay.
but I lived in Moscow for some time.
Right.
Nice.
So, Katie, I can see it's going really well with you taking over here. Nobody really knows what to say and when. So I'll just take the reins back here. And I got the mute button, just so you know. And by the way, let's talk about this whole robbing the hood thing that was going on yesterday. What do you girls? Let's go one by one. Let's hear your opinion on the whole this Reddit group that start buying up GameStop and thereby creating a short squeeze, which is basically that the hedge funds that were very short have sold it, were forced to buy it back, which then pushes the price even faster up. You guys have an opinion on this Wall Street versus Main Street?
I haven't heard anything about it.
I mean, in my opinion, it's exposing the. Sorry, go ahead, Steph. Yeah, we need like a call on someone, Danish. Holy shit!
All right. Let's. Katie the Russian didn't hear about it. That's a good idea. Why don't I call him something? So Katie the Russian didn't hear about it. What's your opinion?
Well, I was actually trying to work today, and then I opened my Twitter and I saw plenty of stuff. What I understood basically is that all the plebs, whatever, came all together. Plebs came all together, and basically it's the shock.
Yeah. Well, some of us are out of state, so it didn't really affect Steph, for example. But also, like, we're stacking sats. We're not stacking stonks. So I don't think any of us really paid enough attention. But what we did pay attention to is, again, government interfere with free markets, and that's super fucked up. Like that was just another confirmation of why with Bitcoin, why not your keys, not your coins, why something that can be censored will be censored at some point when it doesn't benefit the elites, the government, or somebody who is in the position of being able to censor it. So censorship resistant network is why we're here, and that was a really good case.
Yeah, Katie, you absolutely nailed it on the head. There's this group, it was a subreddit group that basically banded together. They realized Gamestop, the name of this company, it's an old brick and mortar thing, probably not worth much, but was over leveraged. There were shorts by the hedge funds over 138%. I mean, so over leveraged, they realized, look, if we band together and just buy and hold, guess what? We will break them down. We will break them down. And that's what they did. And what you saw was government, big tech, everyone rallied together to force Robinhood, an app, to quit trading. And someone had a great point the other day. It was like, if you're at a casino and you're playing blackjack, and the pit boss comes over to you while you're playing, your group of people at the table, and changes your cards in the middle of the game. That's literally what happened. It's illegal. It's criminal. People should be in jail. That's my opinion.
That's for sure. And like, nobody's going to jail. There will be no justice. People will just go on with that and will be like, remember this, it was really bad. But it's not going to happen ever again. Good fucking luck.
In my opinion, it's normal. This is how it works. It just happens to be on a bigger stage right now. Like, we're seeing behind the curtain a little bit, and people are like, oh, fuck. Yeah. But in my opinion, to kind of echo what Katie said, like, it feels like everybody else is sort of realizing what we all know and why we Bitcoin. The market is not free. Everything is rigged. The whole entire financial system is rigged. Like, this is why we do what we do. And so it's interesting to see that and feel sort of safe in the eye of the storm. We were kind of talking about this yesterday when everything else is so chaotic. Preston actually brought something up on Clubhouse, and I'll throw this in and then we can, kind of move on. He was saying he really doesn't buy this is a bunch of kids in a Reddit group. Like, some of the decisions that they've been making are extremely, extremely intelligent. And like, he thinks it's a little bit bigger than just, hey, GameStop looks like a fun thing. Like, let's all pile onto it. So I don't know. I mean, I think big things are happening. I don't think anything's going to change, though. I mean, this is the system, right? So this whole, like, people are going to go to jail. No, I don't think they will. But it is kind of cool to see people like orange pilled, or red pilled, or whatever we're calling it. Like, all of these people are like, oh crap, the system's rigged. So that's been cool to see, at least, for sure.
It was. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to give the word to Stacking Cats here, and hear her opinion.
I actually, same with Katie, like, I didn't know about it for a long time. I just knew something was happening at GameStop, and I'm a gamer, so I was like, are they closed? That sucks, because I have a lot of store credit. But when I looked into, like, what was happening, I was like, oh, okay, that's the opposite of what I thought was happening. And then I was having a lot of fun, like, asking people around me to mansplain it to me. It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Well, they get pumped up 1,600%. They get pumped up 1,600% in just the span of a few days. And to Justine's point, maybe there is some smart leadership there. But what's really cool is they tapped into this, this underground, which I consider sort of Bitcoin, this underground of investors using an app. And look, they're teenagers, young 20s, whatever. But what I love is the crossover now, that they were, collecting profits on Robinhood for the past year. Now the rug was pulled from underneath them. We have now a new generation that understands why people Bitcoin. Now they get it. They absolutely now are. So this is a pretty cool, I think, crossover moment for the Bitcoin community.
Also, how we have like strong hands community. We've been hodling through the bear market. Like, we know buy and hodl. That's the rule. So it was cool to see like GameStop boys to do like, don't fucking sell. Don't you fucking sell. That was beautiful. Like a couple of dudes some guy on Twitter DM'd me a video of a airplane with a like, how do you call it, with a tail that says buy GameStop stocks or something like that.
Yeah.
So people started ordering advertisements everywhere they could just to get the exposure, and it was like a community standing up against the Wall Street guys who are like always over leveraged. Like we've seen it in 2008, we're seeing it right now, and it was like it's time to fuck them up. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna buy this GameStop stocks because it's gonna go up and I will make some money. It was like, let's fuck them up. And that's absolutely beautiful. But again, you can't fuck them up because they are creating new rules, right? They're only creating the rules that benefits them. They can rewrite them at any point. They can, they're the ones who break the rules all the time, and they have no problem doing that because there's no justice. In our scenario, we have the rules that you have to follow, but there is no rulers to rewrite it. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin. Like, we stick with that, and it's resistant freedom, sovereign money. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I want to build on what you said, Katie, and also Justine, that they run the things that the way they want to do, and we all know that there has been money laundering cases bigger than the entire market cap of Bitcoin, but never does any of these bankers go to jail. So the way it works is they pay a fine, so they hand over some of the revenue to the government. But there's never any consequences for Wall Street when they do something bad. It's very, very rare. To go to jail on Wall Street, I think you have to mess with Wall Street, not Main Street. So, Katie, since you're partly running the show, do you want to carry it on now? Do you want to carry it on to the next topic? I was thinking maybe we could talk about the fact that Elon Musk now put his Bitcoin into his Twitter description or profile. It's the only thing now, just like Jack Dorsey from Twitter. Does that have anything to do with the pump yesterday of Bitcoin, or is it a coordinated effect from the same group that bought GameStop? What do you ladies think?
It's been coming. It's been coming, getting up there. Like, we were expecting that to happen anytime soon. And I think the Robinhood stuff was just a catalyzer for all that. Is it the word even? Catalyzer? Catalyst, I guess. So it was a catalyst because he was like, okay, the pre-market keep getting fucked up. So maybe he woke up because of that.
I think Elon was inevitable. I mean, I tell the joke that, Elon's my Bitcoin boyfriend. I was actually kind of surprised it didn't even hit an all-time high. I mean, I really thought he'd have a little more power than that. But I think that it makes sense. I think he was very vocal on the Robinhood thing. Like, he's not an idiot. He's heard of Bitcoin repeatedly. I think it was a perfect time for him to kind of throw it out there. Do I think a Tesla announcement's coming? Who knows? I think... Yeah. Michael, there's doing some cool things in the corporation space, so maybe we might see some more of that. To be perfectly honest, and this is going to be, I feel like a horrible Bitcoiner sometimes. I was kind of upset that Elon just mentioning Bitcoin gave us a pump that was, a 5K candle. I was like, come on, guys, like, really? So I was somewhat like, okay, he shouldn't have that much pull, but there's also so much excitement right now. And so many people looking for a place to jump into. I mean, Doge, holy hell. Like, the meme coin is pumping. So it's almost like a unilateral, like, fuck the system, and people are just memeing. Like, this is just a meme. So eventually I think they will actually end up in Bitcoin, and if they're smart, they'll end up being holders. But yeah, that's my rant on it.
Great point.
And you're absolutely right. And the thing, so you want about Elon, but he's got power. And when he tweets out about Signal, or he tweets out about Etsy, this stuff goes crazy. And I don't know what the different, or what the lag time is between when your company buys something and when you can announce about it. But to me, it seems crazy. He knows he has that power. I'm not sure why he would pump Bitcoin before he would buy it. Unless he's already got some. We'll see.
I'm sure. Steph, what is your take?
A couple times.
I actually, that's funny because a friend of mine sent me the screenshot this morning when I woke up and I thought it was a fake, like a Photoshop, like we very often see. And so then I went on Twitter and I was like, oh wow, that's actually for real this time. So that was my reaction, like, oh wow. Then I went on Twitter and Twitter went crazy, and yeah, crazy. And actually that added a little bit of excitement in Bitcoin Twitter, because I was a little bit bored lately of Bitcoin Twitter, as it happens from time to time, I guess. So it brought the excitement, a little bit of excitement in the day.
Stacking Pats, what's your take on the Elon Musk thing?
I think it was coming. I know every single post he made, like whether or not it was about anything related, a bajillion people in the comments were just like, you have Bitcoin, you're gonna buy me, yeah. And they just like were wearing him down and to admit it. So when it finally happened, I know a lot of people were just so like, I knew it happened, we did it. It just thought it was funny. I mean, I'm sure he's, like you said, had it like way before, but just saying something does influence a lot of other people. So it's exciting.
Yeah, memifestation. We memed it into reality.
Yeah.
Pubby, the audience asking for your story. How did you discover that he posted hashtag Bitcoin in his bio?
I'm sorry, who was that for?
For you, Pubby. So somebody in the comments was like, hashtag Pubby, tell us your story. So
yep.
How did you discover that?
Oh, when I started that story?
Any story. How do you
Please, Puppy, don't stall us. Don't stall us.
So
keep flying, Puppy, fly.
Hey, it's an inside joke that each time we have a guest on the show, we talk about our Bitcoin beginnings. And yeah, I started at the all-time high, December 2017, $17,621.15 was my first buy-in. Took me over 1,000 days to get back to green on that first purchase, but thank God for DCA. Here we are. We're good.
Yeah. So, honestly, that was the two subjects I thought was interesting to discuss. We had the whole GameStop Reddit thing, Elon Musk. So, Katie, I want to give it over to you. What are you girls doing? What are you girls talking about in your exclusive Toxic Ladies Telegram group? What's going on? And let's take it around.
First rule, toxic ladies. You don't talk about toxic ladies. Chat room.
Okay. We should probably mention there's people missing. Did we even say that? So we were supposed to have more people here, and then Restream wouldn't let us. So they'll be here soon. So if you're waiting for the other ladies, don't leave. They'll be here shortly. But yes, sorry, go ahead. I just was thinking that we didn't even acknowledge why they're not here.
Yeah. Justine is a great point, and thank you for being a more professional host than I. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, but it's worth mentioning. So there is a Telegram chat, Toxic Ladies, where it's about 40 girls by now. It's mostly Bitcoiners, girls, or Bitcoiners' wives and girlfriends that we all like align philosophically, not only on Bitcoin things, but everything that is on the same page as Bitcoin. So we talk about free market, we talk about intergender relationship, religion, anything, pretty much. Anything that is like interesting to discuss with like-minded people. And sometimes we get into debates, sometimes we share some cool stuff. We've been actually very supportive of each other. Like, for example, this morning we're launching a mobile app this week for like private test groups, and I was like, ladies, anybody want to help me out and be a tester? And a bunch of ladies send their emails, which I really appreciative of. So this having this group of girls that are like-minded, they're supportive, with like, we're toxic ladies, but there is like absolutely zero toxicity, and that's not usually the case when it's like a bunch of girls getting together. But I really appreciate you all, and just want to let you know that.
So I got a question for you guys from the female perspective. Why is the Bitcoin side of the house so male dominated? What is it about Bitcoin that maybe women don't see, don't get, don't understand? Are they intimidated?
Yeah, well, if you actually want to know my answer, you can go to Toxic Happy Hour show for a couple weeks back, where you asked me the same questions.
Yes, of course. But now we have obviously more viewers and more women. We'd like to get the other opinions.
Yeah, ladies.
For me, I'm going to be somewhat toxic here because it's in the title, so I can be right. Like, first of all, this is a trigger question for me because I don't know how many times there'll be a woman that shows up on Bitcoin Twitter to tell us all how to be Bitcoiners. And they'll be like, we need more women in the space. There's only these 3 people I'm going to tag who are shitcoin shills. That's all it's here. Like, you guys need to work harder to be accepting. And what? Yeah, fuck off. First of all,
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my rant. Like, there are a ton of women in the space. They just aren't making daily crypto videos. So therefore, you think they don't exist. So if you have the illusion that there aren't very many women here, open your horizon a little bit. Maybe look at your fellow Anon account. Maybe look at people in the space who aren't making crypto videos. There's a lot. But I will say that my actual answer, that's not my being an asshole answer, is that, like, historically, the tech and the financial spheres are male dominated. Like, that's just how it works. So it's not shocking that same thing goes into effect here. One to keep in mind, though, is that when it comes to a household, like, women are very involved in the financial decisions. So it's just like, I think it's like with everything else and all other adoption, it's going to take time. I think the tech might scare some women away. It did me. There's people like Katie who probably wasn't scared of the tech whatsoever. So it just depends on each individual person. I think that as things get easier for the normal, everyday person, more women will show up as well. But don't discredit the women who are here who perhaps you just don't know. There are way more here than I think people realize, for sure.
I know there's many more here, but compared to an open economy right now where we have almost a 50-50 split of who's sharing in the current fiat currency, even accounting for some Anon accounts or ones that don't want to get in there, it is obviously just a male-dominated realm for me. Look, and it could be maybe closer to 70-30, 60-40, but it's not 50-50. And yeah, the tech thing, that scared me. That's why I leave all my coins on Coinbase.
What market is 50-50? Like, what market is, I mean, I'm just being realistic, you know, like, is it realistic to think that people involved with Bitcoin will be a 50-50 men and women? Because there aren't very many markets that are like that. Any professions, anything to that effect. You know, like when you look at public school teachers, it's mostly female dominated, you know, like there's just professions that certain sexes, because, you know, men and women are not completely the same, are more drawn to. And so I think that, I don't know, my personal thing is there was nothing gender specific that kept me away. It was more of the tech scared me. I needed educational material that was more focused on people who were not tech savvy. And at the time, I just couldn't find it. I think now it's becoming more and more readily available. So I will zip it now and let somebody else talk. But that, I mean, I just don't know that it's a huge issue in my opinion.
So there are 9 Russian women per 11 Russian men. So we need to support women in Russia. We need to get more Russian women in the world.
Well, how about stacking cats on this issue?
I think there's definitely more women than people see. I know that I lurked for a really long time before I actually said anything or showed myself or said that I was a girl at all. I think a lot of that is, you know, it is a little bit of imposter syndrome. It is a little bit of like, I really need to know because there's so few women in the space. I didn't want to pop in and just like be a very bad example. So I felt like I needed to really understand and really have something to say before I like showed myself in the space. And that could just be me because I'm more shy too. And also when there's a space where there's a few women, you are, as a woman coming in, you are kind of worried about like all the dick pics in your DMs and that kind of stuff too. So you kind of hold off a little bit and try to like put yourself in there as like, hey, I'm here for Bitcoin talk. I'm here to learn. I'm not like gonna dance.
DMs are so calm. I'm trying to figure out what Stacking Cat's doing to get such feisty DMs, man.
Wow.
Spicy.
Well, my husband gets asked for feet pic for sats like way more than I do, which I'm kind of mad about because that was my idea.
I think he advertises that though. I think he openly is like, send me Bitcoin and I will send you feet
taking my
photos.
jobs, man. Come on.
All people want from me in DMs are passports, so it's kind of sad.
I don't send dick pics
About
anymore.
nodes. Yeah,
I think-
I get questions about nodes.
I want to hear also Steph's opinion on the apparent less women in Bitcoin, at least on Twitter.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's really an issue. I think it's just the way it is. Yeah, as Justin said earlier, like there are a lot of professions where there are more men than women, or the other way around, and I don't know. It's just the way it is. The thing is that women have exactly the same accessibility to tools than men. So it's completely their choice if they want to be, here or not, and the exact same choice than men. So I actually don't even see the difference. So it's just the way it is.
And whenever
right.
I hear somebody say that we need more women in the space, we need to get them in, it's like market manipulation. The women that want to be in, they're in.
Exactly.
We're a free market here.
Exactly. That's so it is the way it should be.
Well, and the people who say that, and I don't know why this is such a trigger for me, but there's been women who will say that, and you ask them, well, what do you mean by that? Like, what sorts of things are you looking for that would be beneficial, that would have gotten you here quicker? What kind of educational material do you need? And they can't tell you. They can't tell you. It's like, no, you're just not catering to women. Okay. So in my opinion, educational material based, things that don't go over your head. But I'm just going to be honest. I think, kick me off after this. I think the women that show up and are like, I'm so frustrated because this space is not catering to me, are just doing it for attention. And I know that's not very nice, and I'll be the mean girl, that's fine. But I think it's an attention pool. I think that, unless you can specifically tell me what it is, like, what do you think it is that's keeping women away? Nobody has ever been able to tell me anything of it. It's just more, it takes longer. Women are not as quick to jump into risk, perhaps. I think it's, when you don't understand something, maybe, we aren't as quick to run in and throw our money at something. But I don't think it's anything Bitcoin's like. Bitcoin doesn't care this way. Bitcoin doesn't care. It doesn't give a shit what gender you are. It works the same for everyone. It's voluntary. You can come in. Everybody has the same opportunity. Yeah. So I don't know. I just think it'll happen when it happens.
I concur. I like it. Poppy, why don't you throw a topic out there and let's take a round with the ladies?
Okay, I'll throw a topic out there. So, in just over a month, we go from 20,000 to 40,000. We get a pullback down to 30,000 for whatever reason, be it Elon Musk, be it people from, the Wall Street bets that are disillusioned. We got a little pump last night. When's the next all-time high?
Soon moon.
Soon moon.
Soon moon.
One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin.
Oh, a safe answer from Katie.
I think we're spoiled because we had a week or two that we just every day we had a new all-time high. Like, it got boring. It was like, oh, we haven't hit all. Is there a new one yet? Oh, okay, cool. We can move on with our day. I don't know. I mean, we had that dip, which was nice. I like dips. The dip wasn't long enough for me. So I don't know. New all-time high. I think with everything going on, it wouldn't be shocking for us to hit one next week. I think that's pretty. I mean, it wouldn't shock me, but I don't know that I have any long-term price predictions. It will go up. It'll go down sometimes, and then it will just keep going up like this. So yeah.
So what should people do when the price goes down? Because there are new people in this space. Should they get nervous? Because I see that a lot. Like, we were up double-digit percent in October, in November, in December, like 40% each month, something like that, close to. And then we go up 40% in January, and then we come down to only being 15% up. And then people, they reach out to me and say, should I sell now? I'm like, how do you guys respond to that? Steph, you were laughing. Let's take it from you first.
What if when people ask me if they should sell, I say yes, please do. Say that for
Well,
like
I say
if you cannot handle the volatility, and if I'm then gonna be bothered with crying text message everyone someone is scared, then to be honest, I'm selfish and I'd rather be alone, and those weekends should sell. That's it.
my answer to that would be go and learn. Are you here for the pump, or are you actually trying to hedge against the hyperinflation that is coming? Do you understand why we are here, why we're hodling, why we this is our savings account? Instead of buying anything else, we're staying humble. We're saying no to luxury things. We're not buying stocks. We're not keeping money under the mattress. We are putting them in this sovereign asset that we can actually own, that is protecting us from government fuckery. And whenever you understand it, you can actually zoom out and understand that you're not waiting for a 30% pump. You are here because it's going to be the money. And now the question of should I sell, it just disappears.
Stacking cats. So what do you tell people when we've been up like 200% in 3.5 months or something? There's a little dip and they start getting nervous. What's your...
Well, I think anywhere you go, especially if you're on Twitter, everybody's just all about the strong hands. And if you're not in this for, the whole roller coaster, then I think even if you just start on Twitter, you're going to see all this information that you should not ever sell. That's just kind of in memes and every tweet ever. So if somebody came to me and was like, oh, I'm getting nervous, I'm going to be like, are you look at all this information? You get same as Katie, take a look and actually realize why you're here, what you're here for. And if you decide that you can't hack it, then sure, go ahead and sell, because it's going to be an awful time for you if you're that kind of person. But if you really understand the fundamentals and what it's here for, then I don't think it should make you nervous. If anything, we buy the dips and we look for that, but it's going to keep going on. So the information's there, it's available.
I totally agree with that. So that's what I always say, that the people that educate themselves and understand that they're holding the future money of the world, they don't care if the fiat price goes down a little bit, because hey, this is the future money of the world. If you sell, it's because you didn't educate yourself and get nervous. But so yeah, education is the key to your success in every aspect in life. Self-educate, seek knowledge. Learning is a lifelong process.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you happy, Puppy? Are you happy, Puppy?
We got the doorbell, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, and it's funny because, like you said, with the memes, and it's always fascinated me with people when they realize that Bitcoin is the ultimate, and not even number go up, but the ultimate savings technology. The number of people that will jump in a job at 22 years old and pile money into a 401k, the retirement account, for over 40 years. This is, and they can't be bothered to wait 2 years, 3 years, or one halving. That mindset was always interesting to me. Look, put the money in, hold it for at least 2 halvings. Well, one halving, no one's ever been underwater. There's never been one time after 210,000 blocks that Bitcoin was less than it was before. And if you were to, Bitcoin is not for you. And I told people this: if you want to sell within 1 year, 2 years, Bitcoin is not for you. You're not ready for it yet.
Yeah, I have to jump in on this because it's such a good point, Poppy. It's something that you kept stressing to me. So I looked at the very bottom of the bear market in 2018. I think it was December 16th, where the price of Bitcoin went down to $3,120. If you zoom out on that 4-year period, which is the approximate time of one halving cycle, then there's this 4-year cycle. Then Bitcoin was still up more than 800%, even at the very bottom of the bear market. So everyone give themselves a 4-year period, and there's no better investment in terms of buying power going up. I think the price of Bitcoin, it's okay to talk about it in dollars, because to me, it's the measurement of how far we are in Bitcoin taking over as money of the world. It's a measurement of buying power, since the unit of account still is dollars.
Hey, just real, if I can jump in real quick, it's a great question, and I'm sorry who I interrupted there, but finish your thing. But there's a great story, not story, but a question from the chat on when you guys first started into Bitcoin. So that'll be interesting to hear sort of a quick background, but I'm sorry who I interrupted. Please go ahead.
I just want to say that I already told the story how I started a few weeks ago. So I'm going to leave this chat and let some other toxic ladies come in.
Oh my God, here we go.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie. Thanks for... All right. Please jump on the show. Clancy and Heather, I believe we're missing. Please, one of you jump in the restream link so we can get you on screen. And here we go. We have Heather. Give me 2 seconds. Let me sure. Let's. And Heather is in. Heather, welcome to the Toxic Happy Hour.
Hey guys.
So we never had this many people, so we didn't know we couldn't fit 8 people on the stream. Apparently, there's a max of 6. Thank you for waiting. We're so sorry. Great to have you on. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do in Bitcoin, and whatever you think is happening right now. Just take it away, freestyle, please. Welcome.
Okay. I'd say I'm definitely a classic came for the money, stayed for the revolution person in Bitcoin. I just love it. I've been learning about it for years. I traded crypto for a few years before I went all in on Bitcoin. Definitely getting more toxic by the day. And is Clancy coming too? I think.
Oh, yes, I will out, and Clancy will be able to jump in.
Steph, I could listen to your beautiful French accent all day. I love it.
Thank you, Steph.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any final words you want to say, Steph? I didn't get a chance to ask Katie for that because she jumped off so quickly. But Steph, do you have any final words you want to say? Anything you want to shill or before you go?
Chillax and ciao, guys.
All right, thanks for coming on, Steph. Really appreciate it. Bye. See you next time. All right.
What were we talking about?
So we're talking like general Bitcoin stuff. So what do you do now? It seems, Heather, like you're a bit of a not necessarily a trader, but that's why you originally came in. You said, and you dived into some different cryptocurrencies. But now you're here for the revolution. So how do you see the revolution unfolding, and what's this going to do to the establishment?
Well, I love freedom. I love that it's fuck you money. I don't like tons of authority and stupid rules for no reason and pointless laws and things like that. I'll say one of the biggest motivators for me right now, one of my biggest reasons for being here financially is I want to retire my husband. My husband has been working nonstop full time since he was 15 years old, and he could really use a fucking break. So that's my biggest motivator now. For the revolution, I just think I love that Bitcoin can lower time preference. It makes people think long term again. I'd like to see us start building things that are made to last again and creating beautiful art. And I'm just really optimistic for the future world that Bitcoin can help us achieve.
Yeah, that's a great point. And and that's one of the things I love about Safadine Amu was he talks about fiat art, fiat architecture, and it's true. You think we can really get back to this Renaissance period where things are built not only to last, but with such beauty that you never want to tear them down?
Yes. Yeah, I absolutely believe we can. And our world we have a beautiful world today. We're just kind of lost sight of a lot of things. And I think we need to get back to creating and appreciating the beauty of things and taking some time to do amazing things again.
Oh, you won't get any disagreement from me. Because it's interesting. When the more people I meet through Bitcoin, it's how many other parts of their lives are actually lined up. How many other parts? Oh, never mind. Here comes Clancy.
Hey, I made it.
Hey.
Never mind. Stop everything. Hey, Clancy.
Hey, bitches. What's up? Y'all, I did this without Joe. I am
You made it.
retarded, and I love myself. So, hey.
Excellent.
Good job.
Clancy, welcome to the Toxic Happy Hour. We are very glad to have you and all your friends here. Why don't you start off with telling us a little bit about yourself? What do you do with Bitcoin? What's your viewpoint?
Well, I hodl Bitcoin, and I am a housewife and toxic bitch maximalist.
I like that.
My husband Joe, he works for Bitcoin Magazine, and we're kind of just all in. You know, our life and religion is Bitcoin. So we live and breathe Bitcoin. Our children live and breathe Bitcoin.
So who got in first there? You or your husband?
Well, Joe, it's actually an interesting story. If you want to hear it, it's funny. Joe's
Sure.
huh?
Yeah. Our show, we usually have no content, so any good stories you have will probably help us.
Yeah, I got that gist. I was like, what is this shit show I'm going on?
Thank you.
We don't know, Clancy. That's the whole point. We still don't know. And every time we start a show, I'm thinking to myself, this is probably going to be the last one because everyone's going to figure out that we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, no. So Joe and I had our first baby. She's 7, almost 8 now. And we had brought her home from the hospital, and Joe got us a little private cloud because he thought he was, real high tech. And he left all the ports open on our private cloud, and we put all of our pictures on there, our baby pictures, our wedding photos. We dumped them all. We're like, look at us, we're so fancy. And he left all the ports open, and someone hacked our fucking private cloud and stole all of our wedding pictures, our baby photos of my newborn child. And so he had approached me, and he was like, so I have to tell you something. I said, okay. So, well, someone hacked our server. And I'm like, well, I don't care. And he's like, well, they took all of our photos. And I'm like, what photos? He's like of our newborn child, our wedding. And so I lose my shit. I'm like, what are we going to do? He's like, well, they want to be paid in Bitcoin. I'm like, what the fuck is Bitcoin? Whatever it is, fucking buy it and pay them. These are my children's photos. So he's like, okay. So I'm losing my shit, and he's panicking. And so he has to describe to me, what this Bitcoin, this is 2013, right? So he described to me what Bitcoin is. And so it really takes me like 3 years to fully wrap my mind around it. But basically what he did is he had to buy this Bitcoin to pay these hackers to get our re-encrypted photos back. And thank you fucking hackers, because that's how we got the Bitcoin.
I just want to say, Heather, you have...
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Heather, you have some noise on your mic or something. I could see it came from, there was some background noise. Just if there's anything you can do. Clancy...
There's gardening next door, so I don't know if I can...
Can you hear mine?
Yeah, we got you.
Just mute it when you're not talking, Heather.
Hearing me usually isn't a problem.
We got you, Clancy. That's a really interesting story. I'm curious. So when you guys researched Bitcoin back in 2013, did you then decide that would actually potentially be a good money to have some for yourself, or is that how you got in?
Well, so we held it. We had it, and we held it because, he bought more than we needed. And we held it and forgot about it. Joe, pays attention. So he was paying attention to what was happening. But then, 2017 happened, which really woke everybody up. And he's like, holy shit, we hold Bitcoin, like this is, he knew it. But then when 2017 happened, he was like all in. He's like, we got to do this. And then the more he researched it and the more he described it to me, I am a like truther, right? So I am like down the fucking alien, Bigfoot, like geoengineering rabbit hole. And he is down like the fucking Bitcoin rabbit hole. So we kind of meet in the middle, you know what I mean? Like the solution for all the truthers, they've been orange pilled. They don't even know it yet. And when you describe the, like they bitch all day about conspiracy theories and shit. But then you're like, wait, here's a solution for this. So that's kind of where we meet in the middle with it. And so the more he would describe about it, he'd just be like, for 2 years, he would just say, Bitcoin fixes this. And I would get so fucking pissed. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This does not fix this. But then when I truly started to understand the technology and how it works and how fucked up our system is and how unfucked this system is, that's when I realized, like, oh, it fixes everything. This can fix this. So that's where we met in the middle.
Isn't it just wonderful how we get to be alive when, for the first time in 3,000 years, one money takes over from another? This doesn't happen very often. The last time it happened was before the Roman Empire even. I think it's mind-blowing how lucky we are to actually watch history unfold. Justine, what's your... Yeah, no, okay, Pubby, you want to go?
I was like, man, Clancy, just, right out of the gate. If we can go offline later, if you don't mind doing a recording, I'm looking for him where you can say, wake the fuck up, you fucking fuck. Because I love the number of fucks there. So if you can do one where I can wake up in the morning to you saying, wake the fuck up, you fucking fuck, I know I will get a lot more done in life.
Yeah, definitely. I'll I have a really soothing voice. People tell me that all the time, how soothing and feminine my voice is. So I can make you a really beautiful recording. I could even sing it if you'd like.
Hey, is that the Japanese house of the rising sun, or is that from Macedonia behind you?
This is the Japanese war flag.
Nice. Yep, called it.
I turned it into the Bitcoin war flag.
Man, you know what? Unscripted, Anders. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. That's how you do it. Absolutely. Again, I'll try again. Pubby, just let me know if you want to say something. But really interesting story there, Clancy. Justine, I want to bring you in and see if you have any.
It's fucking great.
Wait, what is Greg saying in the chat?
Wait, what's the question? First of all, I just want to say, like, the joke behind the scene has been like, Clancy is a freaking force, right? Like, I'm glad she's visual today, because the joke behind the scenes has been like, oh, God. Boys, Clancy's gonna freaking rip you apart. Like, we're just gonna sit here and smile and giggle on mute, and Clancy's just gonna make you cry. And so yes, I hadn't even heard the Bitcoin story yet. That's insane. Anyways, I'm sorry, Danny. What was the question?
I don't know. I just wanted to somehow give the word to you because we ran out of my two topics. So I figured you girls.
I don't think Clancy and I got to talk about your topics yet, did we?
No. So that's good. Thank you, Heather, for pitching in there and giving me a helping hand. So Heather and Clancy, we spoke initially a little bit about the whole Gamestop Main Street versus the hedge funds that are being helped out by their buddies in Robbing the Hood app. By the way, so they got 100,000 one-star ratings that took Robinhood app down to a one-star rating, and then Google, the evil empire, steps in. And by the way, we're on their platform right now. So that's probably the end of my or our channel here. But
fuck Google.
Yeah. So Heather and Clancy, why don't we go with you first, Heather? Your take on GameStop, hedge funds, Robin the Hood.
Yeah, well, I think Robinhood have shown themselves to be dirty little assholes, and it's a lot of people that are gonna, I don't know. I don't like when big money wants to wreck little people. That pisses me off. But one thing I saw that was very interesting, did you guys see, I don't know this connection with Citadel, but Ben Bernanke from the Federal Reserve is a senior advisor there. That was very interesting. If you already talked about that, I didn't see it. But
please,
that was very interesting to see that little.
Let me jump in. Let me jump in on this real quick because here's the other plot twist. Janet Yellen, who's coming in now, has taken over $1 million from Citadel. Herself. Yes.
Really?
Well, and they got an $8 million bailout back in 08.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy and not surprising. Though. Like none of this is surprising, but
Justine, you were saying something. Let's give the word to Justine here for a second. You were saying something.
Oh, I'm fine. I talk too much. I'm just back here drinking now. No, I was just saying that nothing's accidental. You know, like there's too many connections. I'm not even entirely sure that GameStop was random. I'm not sure that the people who decided to stick it to the system were not aware of the connections behind the scenes of Citadel and those. I mean, because come on, it's called GameStop, and these connections they're not secret. Like I feel like it's a very purposeful message. So I was just throwing that
or
in.
the universe is just trolling us. Like, what are the fucking odds that the group
True.
hedge fund would be named Citadel? Like, are we for real right now? You know, like this is a fucking revolution. Shit is happening. Shit is moving. You know, you can feel it in the air. You can go to the fucking grocery store and the air is so thick you can't fucking walk. Like, you know what everyone around you is thinking. Everyone's thinking like something the fuck is going on. So
yeah,
this is my 2 cents. You know.
That's two great cents right there. I was hoping you were going to say Sats, but all right, you got the Fiat mindset, Clancy. I got to respect that still, even though you've been around since 2013. Kidding.
Yeah.
So the other question, Clancy, we can go with you now was, so yesterday Elon Musk put Bitcoin in his, as the only word in his Twitter profile description.
Yes, he did, yes.
What's your thoughts and feelings about that?
I feel like Elon Musk is my daddy, and we have been we've been sitting around talking about this shit for years. Like, oh my god, you know, one day Elon Musk is gonna put his big bags in Bitcoin, and we woke up. I set my alarm this morning to stack sats at the time we were supposed to. You know. And when I woke up this morning and saw that, I was like, "Oh my god, it's fucking happening! This is happening." You know what I mean? So it's surreal, but it's also just like, what fucking took him so long? You know what I mean? Like, what a pussy! What took him so fucking long to figure out that his money isn't worth shit and is losing value every day? Richest man in the world, dumbest man in the world. Like, took him so fucking long to figure it out. So it's kind of a bittersweet, you know what I mean?
Well, he has horrible taste in women, so you have to give him a little bit of a little bit of a slack there, because I mean, it's not shocking that it would take him so long to get there.
Right. I mean, his head, he does think with the wrong head sometimes, and I think he's a fucking alien. I think he already has a chip in his brain, so half of his brain's probably eaten away, So, that's a different rabbit hole, but I think it's a bittersweet moment, because it's kind of like, I was fucking right. We were fucking right. But also at the same time, it's like, what took you so fucking long? Like, no shit, we were right. We've been telling you this for 10 years. So it's bittersweet.
I got you. So there's another thing actually that is really important. And Clancy, Clancy, again, I'll take you first here. What are you ladies drinking, Clancy and Heather? I see you both just had a sip. Was that something from a fast food place, or what's that?
Okay, this is called Sonic. I live in Arkansas, and this is the fanciest restaurant we got. It's called Sonic. So this is and if you give me alcohol, I don't know if we'd be allowed to air this. So I try to stay away from alcohol, but it only gets me pregnant and in trouble. So I try to stay away from that.
I don't have any more times we could get more fucks, shits, and pussies on the air, and that's sober. That's sober, man.
Yeah.
You're not sober.
No, this is from her, man. This is from Clancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not me.
So Heather, what are you sipping there today?
I'm having coffee and LaCroix. So normally I would join you guys with a beer, but I'm trying to be healthier like Katie right now.
Me too.
Very good. Justine, I want to ask you, because you said before that you were drinking right now. You were leaning back, letting the other girls talk. But didn't you say in the beginning of the show that there was no alcohol, no beer in it or something like that?
No. There's vodka in there. It just wasn't a lot. It was like a 4-second pour rather than a 6-second pour. But it's gone now, so we're good. But no, it's like it was 11 a.m. here, and I'm technically supposed to be at work. So I was trying to be somewhat responsible. It's going out the window quickly, but
yeah, let's not tell your boss about that.
He knows I'm here.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, why don't we save the whole thing about you not working right now by at least telling us where you work, or would you just shill something and then we'll move on to stacking cats?
But I told you earlier I can't announce where I work yet, so we have to save that for a later time. But no, many people knew I was looking in the space. I made a tweet about it. I found a role. It's top tier, best company you could work for. I'm technically working right now. And yes, they were very supportive of me coming here and shit talking with all of you.
Hell
DGen.
yes.
So yeah. Bitcoin space, man. It's beautiful. I don't know what else do you want. I talked about this. You asked me about my Bitcoin story earlier, but everybody's heard my Bitcoin story. So yeah, what's your next topic, boys? Or is Clancy going to start running the show?
That she's most welcome. I would love if Clancy could ask Stacking Cats a question. I'm sure. So you guys have never met, I'm sure, and but you've been writing together in your chats, etc.
We've met. The three of us on the bottom have met. Stacking Cats, we haven't met yet, but Heather, Clancy, me, Katie, we were all at BitBlock Boom getting wasted together, and yeah, good times.
I haven't met.
But anyways, I'm sorry to interrupt you again.
I haven't met Kitty Cat in person, but I've met her many times on Dirtbag Friday. So we're tight, and we just haven't met in person yet. And I want to know where the fuck her huge panther is. I want to know if she is tiny or if her cat is fucking huge. That's what I want to know. Or both.
Cat's pretty big.
Yeah, she has a panther, so I don't know where it is.
Yeah, he was trying to get on the stream a little earlier. He's lost a little weight. I think now he's maybe 15 pounds. Yeah. I'm working on it.
How's Hawaii?
Hot.
Hot.
Way too early to drink, so I really would like a coffee after that.
Is it ever too early? I didn't know. You should have told me before we went live.
There he is. Yes. This fucking huge cat.
Oh,
here we go. Jesus, that thing's angry.
Too many pussies on the screen.
That's one of the cats I've stacked.
Poppy, they keep pushing me for questions. Do you want to shoot a question out, or should I continue? I got some backup. I'm looking around on my table. I'm finding the price of tomorrow by Jeff Booth and deflation, and the deflationary policy of Bitcoin and the way that that will bring a world of abundance, to use Jeff Booth's words.
Hey, listen, as long as you can chill Jeff Booth, or hey, Andy Estrom, this is a shout out to you. Why buy Bitcoin? So I can send him that clip, and he'll be back on the show again. No, so what do you want? You want a question from Pubby to the ladies?
Of course.
Yeah. So where are we going here? What's interesting? I know this here with Michael Saylor was always fascinating. When you started, were you looking at Bitcoin as just this new medium of exchange? What do you think about as a store of value that you never spend?
So you got to say, Puppy, this is where you call out one of the 4 girls, like say a name, and then that girl can start. Well,
no, I wouldn't presume to tell someone what to do here. That's pretty sexist.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh man.
That's an open question. They can sort it out.
What did you ask?
No,
He asked if when we got in, we were looking at it as a short-term store of value.
Right.
What did you think of Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
did
yeah, I already mentioned
rephrase that correctly, Pubby?
yeah, because
Yeah.
look, when I started, and this is for the chat room, when I started at the top in 2017, I thought it was like a good medium of exchange there. You read the white paper. This is a way that we can exchange money. Now it's a store of value. Michael Saylor won't sell for 100 years, so the narrative has changed. How has your opinion of Bitcoin changed over the years since you started?
Yeah, I was definitely trading for cash. Like I just wanted to make money. I wanted, to buy cool houses and boats and take trips and shit. That was kind of where I was thinking initially, and it's definitely become something that I don't know now when I will sell my Bitcoin, only if it's for something that is super worth it to me. If I'm buying the house or if I'm buying the, or if I can get my husband out of working for the man, that sort of thing. Only something that's super worth it will my Bitcoin be leaving my hands for.
But that is also a great course. I think family is really, really important. So as a Bitcoiner and as a hodler, I pretty much all my decisions are based around how I can maximize my stack and not spend any Bitcoin. But a really, really good friend of mine that I've known since high school, we were 17. He told me, Anders, if there's something that you would like to do, like to get, or something that will make you happy, don't think so much about the money. Like you gotta squeeze in a little bit of life quality there as well. And I think you deserve that. If you have been long-term thinking for years, like I haven't had a car for 7 years now, then yeah, you deserve a little bit something nice once a while, I would say.
I think that what really got me on the same page with Joe, I think Joe and I, what really, like, I don't think I've ever been in it just to make money. We were never shitcoiners. We never went into any of that world. Like, we went through a bunch of family shit, and we had some existential crises. Yep. And I think that just my mindset and his mindset are the whole time. Ours has been like, fix the money, fix the world. Like our children, I think having kids really changed our perspective on money. Like, yeah, we want to, we lived in Dallas. We went to Dallas. We lived in Dallas, and it was just, everyone there is just like fucking throwing around cash, driving Lambos at fucking 11 a.m. on a Monday. I'm like, who the fuck are these people in all these Lamborghinis on the interstate? You know what I mean? So you're surrounded by all this shit. So we kind of got like sucked in and then like spit out, and then went through a bunch of family shit. And it was like, what are we doing? Like, where are our kids going to be? Are our kids going to be in the same fucking scenario as us? And then, money printer go burr. They just keep fucking printing it. And it's like, fuck the man, fuck the system. I'm never fucking selling my Bitcoin. It's always been a store of value. I will never sell my Bitcoin. My grandchildren can make that decision for themselves, but I would not be the person to sell the fucking scarcest asset on the planet. So
is that all you got?
No, I got fucking plenty more.
That's fucking brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, and you're right. Why in the world would you ever sell it?
Yeah, who the fuck is selling me their Bitcoin? Who the fuck is selling me their Bitcoin?
I have no fucking clue.
Look.
Hey, listen. It's time I have someone on the air that can say fuck as much as I do, Anders, because I know you like to keep it clean for your eToro audience, and you can show that later. But
you invited on the wrong guest, then.
No, we invited on the right guest.
Clancy, I know what I'm doing here, but Pubby is just trying to find some way that he can get to me because he knows I'm a bigger bull than he is. So he needs to somehow try and embarrass me. Not working, Puppy. Justine, I can see you're trying to say something. I want to give the word to you. Is that true or no?
To me?
No.
I was just laughing. No, I mean, earlier I said that that my opinion hadn't changed. I've sort of talked about how I got here a lot, but I've come from like a self-sovereign lifestyle. For me, it sort of happened a little backwards than some of the other people in the space. Like I was into gold. I was already working on self-reliant things, self-sovereignty. And I ran into Bitcoin and it all made sense philosophically. Like it was sort of that missing piece of like, holy shit. Yes. I mean, there's so many burdens with gold, but in the Fed, we, get rid of the central banks. How do I not rely on people? Like that was already there. So for me, it was more on a technical level. When I came into it, I didn't understand it. I am not tech savvy. It was totally over my head and I didn't feel confident enough jumping in. This was like 2016. So then kind of 2017, obviously it was everywhere, right? Everybody was talking about it. Came across like a social chain that somebody on some news article was talking about. And it was like, oh, okay. So this is those cryptocurrencies I keep hearing about. Like did some content, got really involved in the back end, learned a lot about like what a key was, how to transfer, like what a blockchain is and all of those things. And then quickly realized that it was not what I was looking for. Like I was in it for hard money, right? Like this was the whole entire point. Like, what is this POS? Like, what do you mean those with the most stake can change the governance? Like that's the whole entire point that I'm trying to get away from. So then sort of knowing what I knew, went back to Bitcoin. It all made sense, jumped in. 2000, I need to go back and look. I bought in at like 7,500. I remember the price, but I don't know when that was. It was sometime 2017, probably when it dipped. And then since then have just sort of been falling down the rabbit hole, pushed away from other stuff. So I don't know. For me, it was always hard. I panic when I don't have enough. Like when the price starts going up, I'm like, no, I don't. I need to buy more, and I've used all my liquid. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that kind of wraps up both questions in one nicely in a little package. But yeah, for me, it's never really changed. I've just gotten more passionate about it, a little bit obsessive. But yeah, store of value for me, I think it's just a revolutionary tool that, hold on for dear life.
I want to jump in on this one real quick because I think what's really cool, and within the same year, and that's hard to believe, when you started at 7,500, and to know in December, you watched that run up in December to over 19,000. I'm always curious about the psychology and the mindset behind it, because I had nothing, when it started dropping, when it dropped down to 30, I had nothing left to lose. Okay. I had nothing left to lose. Look, I started, the more I learned about it, the more I believed in it. But what was your feeling like to watch, you jump in at 7,500 to watch it go to almost 20,000 and drop down? What was your feeling like then?
I mean, for me, it was one of those things. It's not like I jumped in like Michael. I didn't throw a couple million in. So it probably wasn't a significant amount to where I was like, holy shit, this is life-changing. It was more of those moments where it was really exciting to see it be going up, involved in sort of the social chain at that point. And that was going up really insanely. I remember dumping a shit ton of that and was like, oh, it's the time to sell. But no, for Bitcoin, it was always the saving aspect. That was my savings account. So watching that grow was amazing. I think when you have that first dip back down, you're like, oh shit, was I wrong? Like, did I miscalculate this? But I think that's just part of the journey. I think now, I don't know where everybody, like I barely look at the price when it comes to, you kind of like forget what you have in your cold storage. And when it was going way up, I was like, yeah, I don't even know. Like, I don't look at it. I don't really pay attention. It's not for today. Like it's for the future. So no, I would say dips don't really give me any sort of stress whatsoever anymore. That first one probably made me question, but I didn't have enough in it it was kind of like okay, well, I guess, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I took the bet and here I'm just going to write it. So yeah, I don't know.
All right. Really interesting. Clancy, you do have something with your, there's some sound coming from your mic, but I want to I want to just tell you, Clancy, that after your rant there before, Silent Lamb from the chat was saying, "Give this woman a Glock." Do you already have? Do you carry a Glock, or do you have something? Do you have a concealed weapon, or what's going on there? And when I think Clancy can't even hear me. I will mute you again, Clancy. I will go to stacking sats. So we have some of the best memers on Bitcoin Twitter, in my opinion, in the chat. It includes Pubby as well, but he's already on the stream. And they have a favorite question they always ask, and that is, what's your favorite Bitcoin meme? Let's start with stacking sats and then go to Heather.
Oh, that's tough.
Wait. You thought this was going to be an easy show? No, we asked the tough questions here. We asked the questions that will change lives.
I don't know if it's a meme, but I know when the price goes up a bit, somebody always says we're all getting girlfriends. And I think that's hilarious. And then I'm like, do I get a girlfriend too? Can I trade mine for like somebody else? Like, what if you already have a girlfriend? Like, does my husband get a girlfriend and I get a girlfriend? Do we have to share a girlfriend? Like, I always have this like ridiculous conversation with my husband at the time. So I freaking love when anyone says that.
Yeah. That's all right. That's a good one. Clancy, Heather, sorry. I said to give the word to you afterwards. What's your favorite Bitcoin meme, Heather?
Well, I love the Bitcoin memes in general, but currently it's probably have fun staying poor because it's powerful. It's definitely working. I'm being way harsher than normal with my loved ones on Facebook lately, and I'm definitely saying have fun staying poor, and people are responding. It's very simple. It's basically what Satoshi said, when he said, if you don't get it or understand it, I don't have time to explain it to you, but in a very short way.
Yeah, I think it's great. It makes them think. I just want to tell Stacking Cats that Plan Marcus is the founder of Finding the Red Balloon in the chat. He's the only one who's allowed to find the red balloon and go on screen in the chat. And he found a red balloon. It's right there on the screen for your cat. And that being said, Justine, I want to go to you and ask you, what is your favorite Bitcoin meme?
The have fun staying poor one is good. I was laughing, Heather, because like to me, and it's just so well done because it really is like, no, you didn't. It was just like taking Satoshi's words and breaking it down in a way that just is a meme. Actually, my favorite meme is one that I forget who did it. I think his username is Gretzky something. It was earlier this year, and it's the soldier over somebody's bed, and it was like toxic maximalist protecting the noobs from all of the shit coins. Because one of the things that really won me over with Bitcoin was coming from this other chain where nothing worked properly. Incentives did not work. Like none of it worked. And so to come to Bitcoin and see this like immune system that truly worked to protect, and like it took, Bitcoin has a really amazing way of like aligning incentives. And so this whole toxic Bitcoiners thing really is a protective mechanism. And so I know it's kind of wholesome, but that was always one that stuck out in my head. Like that really is a good visual display of these people seem like they're being mean, but they're really trying to help you. And the people who seem really nice are trying to screw you over. And there's a very important thing to learn about Bitcoin Twitter is the toxic mean people are actually trying to help you. And I think that meme kind of
and that's why we love having the toxic ladies on Toxic Happy Hour. It's a perfect fit. And I love what you just said, Justine. It's very important that if people seem nice, they maybe just want to get your money. But if they're trying to really be toxic towards something else and tell you, it's because they want to save you. It's coming from the toxicity is coming from a place of love, just like have fun staying poor is coming from a place of love when we want to save the people that we love from dirty fiat devaluation and convince them of Bitcoin. And after 3 years, they still don't listen. So Clancy, I want to take it to you. I think you have some sound coming through on your mic. I don't know what you're doing with your mic, but can you tell us your favorite Bitcoin meme?
Well, can you hear me fine?
Yeah, we hear you. We got you.
Okay. Well, I have to agree with Justine. That one meme of like the Maxie guarding all like the sleeping baby is so good. It's so good. Because I think being the right kind of toxic is very important, because people, come on fucking crying about everyone being mean to them. But really what it is, we have to be toxic towards the right people. Be toxic towards the system, toxic to the dead fiat printer, So I think that's really important. But it all goes back to number go up. So, it never gets old. If someone tries to argue with you about anything, it's just number go up. Like, what the fuck are you going to say? It's just going to go up in value. The money printer keeps printing. And what do you say to someone that they're arguing with you, but what's in their bank account? It's just inflationary fiat. So number go up.
All right. Before, and I want to go ahead, Heather. I think that was.
I was just going to say, I saw a couple questions. I don't know how to answer them, but can I just
go ahead?
In the chat?
Yeah,
okay.
Look, we love the chat. The chat is really the main part of this show.
Okay.
Pubby and I, we just happen to be here, but it's really about our guests and our chat. Honestly, the best chat in this space. That's how we feel, honestly. But Heather, please take questions from the chat. Would love that.
Yeah. So first, I saw something about a filter. There's no filter here. It's just a laptop camera. And then
do a filter on video. Can RD explain it to us? I see these women who do filters on videos, and I don't know how to, I'm getting older, and I would like to be able to do this. So if somebody could DM me how to do these things, I'd really appreciate it. And Heather, continue.
Yeah.
What Justine is saying, she doesn't have a problem.
No filter. I have a light. I have a light here. The light is beneficial, but yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, I don't know how to do that, and I would really like to know.
And then I know we're totally failing Katie here because we didn't talk about dashboard abs, and this is super important. This is a very important meme, and that's what the toxic ladies can get. But then somebody asked, do we think you guys are getting girlfriends? I think you guys are getting wives, and I think you need to find your woman before you get rich. So you have a woman who actually loves you for you, and not just because you have money.
I think that's a great point. If it's about your money, it's not going to last long. It's not a long-term thing. I agree. I love that.
Really?
Well, that's
Poppy,
why.
I have a question for you as well, Poppy. If I reset my note and go check what I have in my freezer still, will you still be around when I'm back in 3-4 minutes? Because this has happened a couple of times before. Will you be around? Can you carry this for a while? And I trust you're here.
I can handle it.
We're all leaving.
All right.
All right.
His screen is frozen to me. Is anybody else? Is Pubby frozen to anyone else? No?
A little bit.
It's just fuzzy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You haven't moved in like 30 minutes for me.
Oh no, I really haven't. I'm just sitting here listening. We're getting. Listen, everyone, all the gentlemen here, not only they're getting wives and girlfriends, they're getting both. In this next run up, they'll get it all. When it comes to the memes, our group here, you'll see in the chat room, are some of the best that you'll find in the business. What I love is the power behind them, to the point. And one of my favorite now is the have fun staying poor. And we had Udi Wertheimer on with us, who started that one. And what's fantastic about it is I don't know anyone in my city that has Bitcoin except one gentleman who bought through, was it GBSC to Grayscale. And he's the bridge between Bitcoin and his own world of finance. So he understands the financial world. He understands Bitcoin a little bit. He won't go all Bitcoin. But what was great is after everything came down with Robinhood, I'm sitting there with him and we're talking there. And he says, man, you got to see this meme. It's so funny. And it was from someone on the other side that said, "Have fun staying poor." Have fun staying poor crossed over from Bitcoin to the financial side. And I was blown away, and I said, "Listen, man, you know that's from Bitcoin, right?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Bitcoin has been saying have fun staying poor for a few months now, and it's not being rude. It's more of, look, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Like you mentioned earlier, Satoshi. If you don't have the time, we don't have the time to explain it." And he couldn't believe it, that he was owning Bitcoin in one sense and loving a meme in the other that came from Bitcoiners. The crossover is beginning.
Yep. Who was it who did that meme?
Oh, Udi Wertheimer. Udi Wertheimer did it. And yeah, go ahead.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's a great meme. I think it's sort of, there's so many times in real life you want to say it now, right? Like it fits so many situations now that there's been so many times where I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't have time for this. I don't have the patience for this. Like, have fun staying poor. Go fuck yourself. Like, it's just, it's a perfect fit for many things.
Go fuck yourself is a good one too.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. My bags are very heavy on go fuck
over
yourself.
and over.
Who had heavy bags?
Heavy bags on go fuck yourself? Me. Yeah.
Yep.
No, there's this meme that's my favorite. I have it saved in my favorites file forever, and I just like to bring it out occasionally. And it's like, it looks like this old like knitted thing, and it's like, "Behold on my field of fucks and see that it is barren." And it's like, it's my favorite. And it's just like, it's just, it's that perfect. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. anyways, I was going to ask you, did we hear Stacking Cats, how she got into Bitcoin? Sorry, I'm not taking over, but I don't think I've heard that story. So I'm just taking over because this is what I do.
I haven't heard it either.
Yeah. I think I posted it on Twitter a little bit. I got into it a little bit backwards, or at least I thought that I was getting into it backwards. I just thought it was cool. Like, I kind of always hung out with like gamers and nerds and techies and stuff like that. And I'd heard about Bitcoin like over the years, but just in conversations. And I just thought it was something cool, like a magic, like internet money, right? Or like a video game currency. I had no idea what it was. I didn't understand. And then when I started looking into it, I started looking into the reasons why why Satoshi made it, like why people are looking at this as a future. And then I started to realize that things were broken. Like, I didn't get into it because I understood that the money was broken, or that I understood that, you're being taken advantage of in a lot of different ways. I didn't know. I just thought it was cool. And then I got into it, and I started going backwards and realizing how fucked a lot of people were, and how much I didn't understand, and how like bamboozled I had been like for so long. And then I started getting more into it. And then when I really, really got into it, I was looking at it as like a money of the future. Like, how is this going to scale? How is this going to help people in other countries? How is this going to really fix a lot of different things? And then I started like understanding. And then now that it's, reached a whole different level of stuff, now that it's getting bigger and people are understanding, like, you're looking at things that other people used to store their values in, like real estate is changing, and people are starting to get woke, and people are starting to get woke to the reasons why we need it, and also to, what's going on with the way that they're living their lives, with the way that everything is going. It's just constantly changing. And even now I'm still learning more, and I'm still understanding. I'm still feeling really stoked about all these different aspects of it, but it's never going to end. And I know that, and that's great.
That's awesome. You hit it on the head there, is how quickly this will change, or the people that are going to come in now that are finally understanding what the system is like. They are understanding that's the big thing about Robinhood to me. So many people thought that they were doing the right thing, and they realized that they were being scammed, they were being screwed over. They realize what is happening to them is a lie. everyone's getting it now. They're starting to get it, and there's going to be a great awakening, and I'm excited for it.
Wait, Justine. Sorry, Clancy. Clancy left.
Yep, we haven't had a wait.
Okay,
Hey,
Clancy is back. Justine, I just want to say this excuse about you ran out, your drink is empty. You are allowed to go get another one. In the name of your employer. It's just good for brand. Even though it's mysterious and everything, it's good for brand. So
the mysterious employer who. Yeah, sure. It doesn't mess you up if I turn the camera off. I might do that in a minute. But yes, I don't know that you want me drinking heavily on this show. I'm sort of loud and obnoxious, and
no.
How many can we get on the show?
Justine, to be honest, I'm really surprised how non-toxic you are, and without you allowing you to say anything to defend yourself.
Just don't let me talk. You just keep not letting me talk. So my toxicity is just not clear.
I'm so happy that, when you talk, Justine. But there is a question from Chairforce, who is the guy who designs our thumbnails. He's a great graphic designer. By the way, you'll also find a link down below that links to his he's created some swag that you can buy there. There's no money in it for Pubby and I. We're just shilling that from a place of love from Chairforce that is, voluntarily doing great thumbnails for us. Again, I'd say probably the best thumbnails in the space. You ladies, I'm sure will acknowledge that, because that was a really cool artwork that he did. Clancy, a question from Chairforce, as I mentioned. He wants to know about your Bitcoin art. Clancy, we can't hear you, and I didn't mute you. I think, here we go.
Yep, back.
No, I don't think we got Clancy. I may need to upgrade to Restream Pro. I'm not sure. I'm a bit, Clancy, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Maybe you want to restart your computer, come back on. You have the link. I'm sorry, we can't hear you. But anyways, I was gone there for a second, so I don't know who next to give the word to.
I'll just say Chairforce made me a Santa hat avatar, and that was really fun. Those were very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Chairforce, man. Let me tell you something. He's the one. And also Plan Marcus. Plan Marcus for some reason came up with this idea of the Bert and Ernie theme to begin with early on. But yeah, Chairforce has taken it to the next level with helping out with our thumbnails.
Hi, Surfer Jim.
So Surfer Jim once again is in the chat.
Yeah, I love Surfer Jim. Yeah.
Yeah. Clancy, let's see if we can hear you now. I think your connection, well, let's see. Please say something.
Give us a fuck or a shit so we know you're there.
Yeah. That was a fuck, but we couldn't hear it.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Joe, take care of your wife, dude. What the hell? What do you got her set up with here?
He's not there.
I know, but still. Gotta set this shit up before you leave.
Oh my God, I'm way behind at the chat. I'm so sorry that Clancy can't explain her Bitcoin art, because Chairforce was trying to do a puppy there where Clancy would be turning around and explaining the things on her wall. So
I'll tell you, she has really cool art. She just made me a new profile pic that I'll be switching to soon. She also made us these super cool hats.
Oh, that was Clancy?
Yeah.
She does shirts. She does everything. Yes.
We got you, Clancy, but we don't have your picture. And
okay, well, fuck technology. Fuck this computer. I don't know what I'm doing. My husband is not here. And he disables me by enabling all these things for me. So I can see y'all, but y'all can't see me.
This is going against our narrative of women in Bitcoin are technology smart. Come on now.
Yeah, well, I'm a techno retard, so I don't really give a shit about your narrative.
He probably has a VPN on or something that's making your video shit, your connection horrible. So you can just beat him up later.
Yeah, no, he already knows. Don't worry. He's gotten a few texts since I've started. Okay, so you're asking me about my art. So I am typically just like a traditional artist and technology illiterate. And Joe got me an iPad Pro when the lockdown started. And I just started messing around and doing some digital stuff. And so he's like, you should make some memes for me. And I started making some memes. And he's like, oh, these are fucking good. So he just feeds me shit all the time. And then, and he's like, you got to be more, if you want to sell your art, you got to get on Twitter more. So I got on Twitter and I started just shilling my art out there. And I sell it on it's called Redbubble. It's just a stupid website I found that you can only buy it in fiat. But I'm working on getting my own website with my own products and my own everything and pay me in Bitcoin. So it'll get better. Don't worry.
Nice.
Oh, you've made some really cool stickers too.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey,
y'all
when
sticker game got to be on point.
Hey, when can we see you on Citadel 21, man?
I don't know. I'm working on it.
Hey, listen, we'll reach out to Hodlanot, and if your artwork should be put out there for Bitcoin.
Thanks. I'm working on it. I gotta get my shit together.
I think Chairforce uses Redbubble too. I'm not sure. And
he does.
He does, right?
Yeah, he's got a dope page on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't want me to shill it, and which is the reason I do shill it at every single show, because we shouldn't take each other too seriously. And if he's all like, "Don't shill my stuff," I will shill your stuff. So his link is down below. Where we at? I feel well. Justine, did you actually get a refill, or were you just messing around?
I didn't even leave. I've been here the whole time.
Well, I was gone. How would I know?
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. It's your show. I'm just living in it. No, I didn't get a refill. I am empty though. I might go do that. I've got a few minutes.
Right?
Yeah. Surfer Jim had a good question. Are you guys doing the Bitcoin voice paper thing?
A what paper? Hang on, I missed one here.
Reading the Bitcoin white paper. There's a project.
Heather, yeah. Okay, yeah. Puppy says yeah. So now he's gonna explain how he's doing the Bitcoin white paper voiceover, because I was gonna say that it's too advanced for me technically.
Yeah.
I support the course and shout out to Bitcoin white paper, obviously, but it's beyond my skills. Puppy, you go. Please explain to us how you support the Bitcoin white paper.
No, I was saying yeah. I understood the question, but no. I'm not doing anything with the white paper there. But
so I would assume that it's a voice recording. The Toxic Ladies did one for the abstract of for the halving, right? We did a
last year.
mock video. It was supposed to be a joke that nobody got but us, but those are the best kind of jokes generally. But yeah, people are saying it's not supposed to be.
Yeah,
my jokes are hilarious. Thank you. We should. Tweet that. Make it clear.
Your jokes were so good. Nobody got them. This is great. We got
this is clear. Yeah.
We've got a great meme force in the chat, and so So what do you do? Do you want to do it out one letter at a time? One sentence at a time?
No, so
we'll make it happen.
So we did a video. You can go find it somewhere. I don't even know where. There's a Toxic Ladies Twitter. We don't do anything with it, but it's there. But it's and the idea was we were all supposed to. It was Katie's idea. We'll just blame her. She's probably listening. We can just shit talk her. It was Katie's idea that we all needed to dress very fancy, and we were going to do it in the theme of the most interesting man in the world, and we were going to take segments and read out coin wallpaper, the abstract version. And so we did make a video, and that's somewhere. So whoever's doing the voice version of the white paper is just copying us, and I'm glad that this is happening. When you guys learn about that, just let us know. I have not heard anything about it.
No, Kat, what I find so fascinating, and we bring all these different people together with Bitcoin. Conservatives, doesn't matter what your color is, your background, or even hair color. But at what age did you decide, like, you know what? I'm going to just do my hair in different colors. I'm going to be sort of non-mainstream because it took many of us later in life. So you found Bitcoin early on. The rest of us, yes, we're conservative or tried and true in a way, but I think it's fascinating the connection between one generation with another. But what was it at an early age that made you say, you know what, fuck the system?
You mean with
That's a good
my
question.
hair?
No, just from your hair. Just obviously you started early. What made you what made you at an early age decide to rebel against the system? Because many of us that were raised in the system, it's sort of like being unplugged from a matrix later on in life. We're just getting it later on. But what made you early on feel that, you know what, this is bullshit?
I think depending on how you were an adolescent kind of approaches how you're gonna approach things later in life. So I was one of them angsty emo teens that was like, fuck the school system and this I don't want to listen to you. I'm gonna do what I want. Like I was always like that kind of person anyways. So the fact that, like I said, when I got into Bitcoin, I really didn't know that I was getting fucked and like all of the things that were wrong kind of shocks me because I had always complained about the system and the man and like all of those kinds of things as a teen. So I think that me, more than anybody, is just kind of approached it in like, I'm super predisposed to be in that mindset. Like I should have gotten there sooner even in my mind, but everybody thinks that they're late to the party, right? But anybody getting in now, it's not too late. Like, I mean, at some point it will be, but we all think that we're late, right?
Actually, I think it'll never be too late because eventually it just means it's the best money that the world has ever seen. Even if people let their fiat currency dilute away, eventually 5, 6, 7 years from now, they will be paid in Bitcoin, and all of a sudden their savings will increase in value instead of decrease. Yeah. Is it too late? Yeah, you're right. It's too late.
It's not going to be a choice. Like it's going to be too late for you to make the choice to opt in.
Yeah. No, I agree. Why don't we bring Heather in?
And, I love your hair, by the way, Kat.
Thank you.
It's fun. I had blue hair this summer, and I got told that I'm like a horrible person by American Hodl for having crazy colored hair. He didn't even notice the hair, but there's like a big anti-colored hair thing that I'm not on board with that one.
Yeah. Me neither.
This is a good question. So we know that Heather and Kat. All right. So Clancy is trying to work out the technology. Clancy, we want you back on. Just make it happen. Come on, make it happen.
Well, fuck my life. I can't fucking figure it out. Okay, I'm clicking all kinds of shit. There's buttons everywhere. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay.
Okay, I could hear that. No one else heard it. No, it's not recorded forever. I'm saying
no, I heard it.
iPad
We're good.
or computer?
I'm on Joe's computer, and there's literally like 28 fucking thousand extensions, and I don't know what's happening.
Does this work on your iPad?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure there's a button for the camera, Clancy.
Yeah, really? You think there's a button for the camera? Yeah, I know. If there were just a button, I would click the fucking button, okay? It's more complex than that, okay?
Search screen and search camera.
No. There's he has a separate camera. There's separate cameras, lots of it. Y'all, if you saw what the fuck is going on here, you'd be like, okay, we get it.
I just want to say, so we know that stacking cats, obviously the proof is on the screen that she's coloring her hair. Heather did it last summer. I gotta come clean. When I was a youth, in my 20s, I did color my hair blonde. That was fun. Pubby, did you ever color your hair?
Yes. Short answer is yes. Long answer is it was a bad decision at the time. It was probably, I think, man, it was a great session out. Had some friends come back to the apartment, big party. Some girl had an idea with my buddy and I, hey, you know what? Let's change the color of your hair. And I went blonde. Overnight.
Sweet. Justine, is it your natural hair color, black?
Yeah, no, my natural hair color's black. When I was younger, I wanted to like, do cool colors, and then I remember going in and they're like, well, we'd have to bleach out your hair. And yeah, that was terrifying. So no, it's just boring black.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hey,
that's
there
not boring.
Hold on.
That's
Did
not
I
boring.
just tech solve?
Hey.
Did I just solve your tech issue, Clancy? Can we get this on record if I solved your tech issue?
Oh God, no, I'm fucking retarded. I don't know how anything works. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Thank you. You're just gonna have to deal with me being like fucking American Huddle on this thing, okay?
So what
Cool.
does that mean? Clancy, since we finally have a picture, why don't you, show us some of the art you did?
Yeah.
I know Pubby would, I read the chat that he would love that side profile pic or whatever it was. Show us some of your.
Listen, you know what, Anders? No one else would have ever picked up that behind her, the flag also reminds somebody of Macedonia. Because in your little mind, the only countries that you live in are Denmark and the United States. But yes, Google Macedonia right now. The public has been to, and also I called it out as the rising sun from Japan. It's a rising Bitcoin sun now. I love it.
Absolutely. I really dig the filter that Clancy just put on. Working great there.
Yeah, I wish you had a filter.
Clancy's just gorgeous.
Oh, that's it. There we go. God bless your husband. Poppy, so I was thinking if you could throw in question or something there.
Oh, I don't know what else I can ask.
Why don't we talk to the girls about everybody likes to talk about the bull run, and I think it's one of them. I think it's really interesting what's going to happen in 2021. A lot of people are talking about face melt. So Justine, why don't we start with you? Cheers to you and cheers to the chat. Everyone raise their glass. Cheers to the chat. Cheers to the ladies.
Got it.
And cheers to you, Puppy. That's right. Justine, what's your don't say you don't care about the bull run. Come on, it's fun. What's your expectations for 2021 or this
bull run is fun. I'm going to take over again because somebody's asked about dashboard apps multiple times. And I'm not sure what you want from us, our ladies thing, because she didn't understand that it was watchboards. And now dashboard abs is the running joke. And instead of, what is it? I'm dropping the ball on Hodl's thing. Riches and big titty bitches, endless riches and big titty bitches. So for the women, thank you. And so for women, the 6.15 is the men who will do our dishes and have dashboard abs, which personally I'm not really a fan of. I'll do the dishes, just go out and chop the wood, look cute while you're doing it, maybe wear some flannel, shoot some animal and bring it in for dinner. I can do the dishes. But I just wanted to point out, because it's asked repeatedly, but bull market, to get back on your sir. No, bull market is fun.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bull market is exciting. Did you like that wraparound? I mean, I don't know. How can you not be excited? It's the whole "we were right" thing, right? I mean, it's maybe we weren't so crazy. Everybody's seen what we have been yelling about now. I mean, for me, it's a little harder. Like the bull run Twitter experience is not super exciting for me, and I say that as it's very cringe. There's a lot of outsiders jumping that they're Bitcoiners. There's a lot of noobs that I think will get wrecked. And so there's been some days where I'm like, I might have to eventually go dark on Twitter. Otherwise, I'm just going to yell at people. But yeah, I mean, bull market's exciting. I think we're going up from here. Sorry, I'm reading Clancy's, her hard typing, and then I'm reading what she's putting here. We're a shit show. Clancy, there's a gear thing on Restream click it. Click the gear. And then on the top one, it says video input. And you should have different options there. And if he has an external camera, you'll have to select it manually. Sorry.
If you ever see Clancy's keyboard, it goes A, S, D, and blank. The F is gone. That F has been blanked out.
Use too much.
So Jose Spam, a regular from the chat, is saying, I don't think Clancy and I just want to tell to everyone that I put chats on the screen without reading them first because I can't keep up with that. It's just going too fast for my mind. But Jose Spam is saying, I don't think Clancy likes dashboard apps because they have too many buttons. So there's that too.
Right. Yeah, I like dad bods. I'm more the dad bod kind of girl. I like smooth surfaces. Yeah.
So there's a question from Jody. He's down in the Cayman Island. He's living real close to what's his name? Puppy? You know his name so well.
Raul.
Yeah, he blocked me. He blocked me on Christmas Eve. Son of a bitch.
Fuck that motherfucker. He's
I told him so badly over November, December. He blocked me on Christmas Eve and said, "By the way, I own more Bitcoin than you." Literally, I will send you the full transcript if you're in. Yeah.
He can fuck off.
I was trying. We were gonna get. Initially, we were gonna get on the show, and then Anders was a dick about it, and then
No.
I know, man.
For your sake, Puppy, even though I knew he was a scammer, I was like, I engaged with him, and then he became the dick he is. And I called him a pathetic scammer because he was just too much. And that was the end of that. I tried for your sake. I love you, Puppy, and I went all the way for you.
I'll still take him back. Look, man, when we've had Preston Pish and Jeff Booth, and this isn't name dropping, I think it's cool, man, that these guys get to watch what the power of the plebes really is. That we get these people that come in here and hang out with us, and we get. Let's be honest, man. Well, I don't know what other group would ever have all these toxic ladies together. This is fantastic to me. Yeah,
we are blessed, but I also think it's probably peak toxic happy hour, and it might be downhill from here. Love that GIF, Clancy, or whatever it is you put on the screen. Heather.
I'm just clicking buttons.
Yeah.
Clancy is pushing them digits. Heather, what's your expectations for the bull run this year, or in general, if it carries on to next year? Heather.
Honestly, I was thinking, like, are you talking price wise or like things that are going to happen or
all of it?
I was definitely in we're going to be multiple 100K this cycle by the end of this year, but then like have another bear market. And at this point, because of everything happening in our current financial system, I think things are going to get way crazier than I expected sooner. But I think a lot more people it's crazy. So somebody asked in here, like, if your friends think you're crazy or Bitcoin's crazy or something.
The answer is fucking yes.
Yes. Everyone has thought like I'm fucking nuts until recently. And now I'm like posting all these things on Facebook, one last push to try to get my loved ones to not be poor. And so many people are responding. So many people who were like, she's crazy, this is stupid, it's a scam, whatever. Now they're like, so where do I buy it? How do I buy it? Is it safe? Why do you believe in it? All these questions. I think it's going to be, I don't know. It's interesting what's happening. Things are happening fast.
Clancy, I have a question for you. Have you ever gone into a Walmart and just gone full Karen on somebody? Just ask for the manager. And the next time you do so, can you get a video clip of that?
Because I don't ask for any fucking managers, okay? Here's the thing. Yeah. The managers are the biggest pussies of all of them, okay? I've been a retail manager, and I'm not going to get anything done with a manager. I made a joke. I pitched Joe off the other day because he wanted to go to Best Buy to get a phone. And I'm like, all right, let's go. So we walk in and the guy's like, oh, put on your fucking mask, you know. And I'm like, no, I'm not wearing a mask. He's like, you have to. I'm like, oh, I have asthma, you know, like, no, I'm not gonna. Yeah. He's like, well, here, if you're not gonna wear a mask and you have asthma, we have shields for you. And I was like, fuck you. I'm not wearing a fucking shield. He tried to put a windshield on me and my fucking kids. And so when he fucked with my kids, then I got all pissed. And so Joe's, you know, like crying with his tail between his legs in the corner. And I'm like, we're fucking leaving. Get out of here. And he's pissed because, you know, he's not going to say anything. He's just like, you know, mopes out of the place. But yeah, I go Karen all the time in places. But I'm not the Karen. They're the fucking Karens for being pussies and bending the fucking knee to the government. So I'm not the Karen.
I want to say cheers to Poppy for asking the right question, clearly triggering Clancy and Justine. I want to say cheers to you for actually going and getting that second round.
I did.
You did.
I listen sometimes. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers to you, Justine, and to the chat. Stacking Cats, what is your expectations for the bull run that we are in? Are we talking 2021 only? Are we talking 2022? What price levels are we going to see? Let's face it, you know, dollars a unit of account, at least in euros. Let's hear it from you.
I try not to like get too caught up in like pricings of the day, like every second of every day, because I know it can just eat up like a lot of your brain power. I know it's gonna go up, but my main fear is that like I said, I haven't actually met a lot of people in person. I haven't been to these conventions, so I'm like, if there's this giant market where a whole bunch of new people are gonna come in and start flooding those conventions, I'm kind of worried that their tickets are gonna sell out and I'm not gonna be able to go and stuff like that. So I just kind of try to step back, and I'm just glad I got in at a time before this massive rush of people that I know is going to happen.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually miss the quiet of the bear market right now. I don't know about you guys, but it's a little...
Because everyone's fucking annoying, that's why.
Yeah, I felt I was like almost the only one talking on Bitcoin Twitter 1 year ago, and all of a sudden it's mayhem. Everyone is back. Everyone's excited. Everyone's
well, it's easy for you to listen. It's easy for everyone to say if they started before the all-time high. Oh, I missed those lows. No, man, listen. For people that started all-time highs, thank God we're back over where we started, man. Now I get it going forward.
Way over. I mean, the floor is like 29K now, so I mean everybody's doing quite well.
What's the price?
Right, but
it went up to 37, and now it's down a bit. But yeah, no, I get it. I get what you're saying.
When you start at 17,000, it took over 3 years to get back to that point, which I love. I love my hodler friends at 2017. Love them. A special place in my heart. The same as like Friar Haas is another one. A shout out to him. He started in 2013. Yeah, and he started in 2013. Man, he wrote it down, man. You yeah. Go ahead.
I was late 2017 too. Yeah.
Who was? Wait, who was?
I was. Yeah.
Well, man, then yeah, you're right in the crew, of course. Well, you're well ahead of the crew, but that's the kind of mindset we love here. Well done.
I saw somebody say something about Bitcoin 2021. That's not going to be happening in LA, I don't think. I'm in California, but...
I know they're talking about it. They're supposed to make a decision, but I mean, Heather looked at I was wondering who died. Hey, figured it out. Yay. But yeah, I don't think California is going to see that happening. I hope they move to Texas. But no, I'm supposed to go. Hey, if anybody's in Texas, next month's Austin Bit Devs meetup that Justin Moore puts on, that Unchained Capital, it's at their place. I'm going to go there. I'm guilting Heather into going.
Yeah,
you don't
I was just
yet, Heather, but you're being guilted into going.
I was just there, and it's possible I'm coming back. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. There were a lot of people. Did you say Unchained Capital?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at their offices.
Yeah, well, listen, just this last week, Andrew doesn't know this. I'll surprise him right now. But yeah, Parker Lewis is going to be joining us when we get scheduled. Yeah, Parker Lewis, baby.
That's exciting.
Gradually and suddenly, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for calling me out, Puppy. I appreciate that. You got my
You're
back.
welcome.
You guys, I told Parker Lewis to his face that I haven't read most of his articles.
I did.
So I'm remedying that now.
So, Justine, I just want to hear. So, this conference next month, in I presume we're talking February here, obviously. When exactly is this, and where is it? I'd love to go.
So Austin BitDevs is a meetup they do every month. It is held downtown Austin at Unchained Capital's office. They usually announce it. Justin usually announces it. This month it's the 18th of February. That's really all I know. I just FOMO'd because I was supposed to go last month when Heather just went, Katie went, American Hotto went, Alice Lacrosse went, and I didn't because
because you're a pussy is why you didn't go.
I can blame other people for this, Clancy. It was not my fault. It was not my fault. I was being a very supportive, toxic lady. But yes, so yes, Clancy was there. Yeah, there were a ton of people there. Shit ton. So yeah, you all have to just come back next month, Clancy. Just, it's easy. But yeah, so it happens every month there.
Super easy.
Well, if we're making it a thing, it would be great to be there, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the girls can tell you more, but it was huge this last month, and it's a thing that happens all the time. So
awesome.
Girls, you're supposed to tell them how great it was.
Yeah, it was fucking huge and awesome.
It was really fun. Who led it? Ben the Carman and Justin Moon. That was pretty cool. For me, I was coming from California, so seeing live music was like magic, and like I'm not in jail anymore, and just being in Texas was pretty great.
Yeah, Heather was like, like the light hurt her eyes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. There's a bunch there, some old faces and a bunch of young people there, like people in college. It was awesome.
Yeah, Justin Moon, he's the one who puts it on and organized. I don't know why I said Moore earlier. I have a friend named Justin Moore, so apparently that's on my mind. But yeah, if you're curious about it, he just announced the date. I think I saw it on Mastodon actually. They're not like super shilly about it. I'll say, like, it's not something that's like, it's their meetup, and yeah, dirtbags are just taking it over.
Dirtbags, explain.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, dirtbags. Oh gosh. So dirtbags is a thing that Alice Lacrosse came up with. I have not been there from the beginning, so I'm gonna halfway explain here, and maybe somebody else can jump in. All of us ladies are sort of a part of it. It started as like a the whole quarantine thing was Alice Lacrosse put on like a Friday night meetup over Zoom, have some drinks, and now it's a tradition. It's Dirtbag Fridays. Surfer Jim, a lot of the people here in the chat so it's just a little family that's grown, and we all sort of took over BitBlock Boom last year in Dallas. We all showed up, most of us, and had a good time. And so then they took over the BitDevs meetup last month. So it's just a thing. Like Dirtbag just sort of takes stuff over. Yeah, there you go. Dirtbag Fridays.
DBF fuckers.
No, it's funny with Alice Lacrosse. I've been part of that group, and I don't understand how people find the time between Twitter and Telegram, because I got like 5,000. I got like a Telegram group with Citadel chefs, people like posting food, which I love. But man, I don't know how people find the time for it. I think it's brilliant. But yeah, Alice Lacrosse, fantastic. Matt Odell has been on the show once. We're going to do the 4-pack. We're going to get Marty Ben on there soon, and it'll be fantastic because that show has really educated me. I know it's really educated many people. They're brilliant. They're brilliant guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
I
I
keep
just
hearing
learned
about
from the
this
chat that
chef
Katie
thing.
already explained this to you. That Katie already explained dirtbags to you. So I'm just curious how much you guys really drink on this show that you don't remember
Well,
anything
Is
that's
this
occurred.
Justine? Is this a trick question, or like at this stage, I expect you to take over the show, and I just like look at the chat and sometimes put something on the screen.
My
Yeah.
my
I
Step
see why
in.
you get such bossy guests on here. So it just makes your life
It's
easier.
needed. It's needed. We need someone to run the show. I mean, seriously.
Yep. So my understanding was you pretend with a new guest, you pretend that you've never asked a question before. And that goes back to Oprah Winfrey 101. You pretend you never asked a question before. If there's a new way to do it, let me know.
Yeah, you watch a lot of Oprah?
Oprah? Oh, Oprah.
Mhm.
I remember Phil Donahue, man. I'm an old man.
Who the fuck is that?
Exactly.
I watched Phil Donahue with my mother.
Yes. Do I know her?
I feel we haven't heard from Stacking Cats 2 in a while.
And do you guys want Katie to come back? Because I could go out and she could come in if she's
I
there.
mean,
He's just offering the same.
Yeah, yeah. And so, Puppy, all the girls that want to get out of here right now.
Yeah, no, really. Who wants Katie back?
Hey,
I want Katie back. I'll let her go.
I can't believe my kids haven't busted the fuck in here yet. I'm like,
but Heather, you came late. So you got kids there? They're busting up the door. Or what are you saying?
no, I said I can't believe they have it. I'm really worried that someone's like dead or bleeding, but it's fine.
No, if you haven't heard from them, they're dead. It's okay.
It's very quiet. It's scary. I don't know if you know me, but I have offspring, and usually they're not quiet. So
That's usually a bad sign.
Yeah.
If you want to go check, it's okay. We'll be here at 1 minute from now as well. That much I think I can guarantee. If you want to make sure your kids are alive,
they're alive. They're just on iPads.
No, actually, no. If you guys want, I got to jump off soon anyway. I got about 10 more minutes, so if I got to jump off, that's fine. Man, what can I say? What a show!
Oh, he's going to kick himself off the show. Wow. I've been here.
Yeah.
I've been here for a while. So Katie's not answering us. I've been messaging her in multiple places. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
So Chairforce.
I just like that it's like, no, you guys just, you boys just go ahead and jump off. We'll just keep it going here. We're good to go.
I'm not going anywhere.
We can hold this shit down.
No, I didn't go. I'm not going anywhere. I didn't say
bring
anything.
on a few guests.
Yeah. I mean, I need to get my nails done soon, so I haven't had nail appointment. But
I had my nails done yesterday. They're looking. I'm not going to say they're looking great, but they're at least they're cut.
Yeah, I like your scarf too.
What about the scarf?
Yeah,
let's talk about scarves here for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
We like the no scarves policy. What was your question on my scarf again?
No, I just said I like your scarf. I bet it goes with your nail polish really well.
It does. I'm trying to get the nail polish that is not the same color, yet on the same sort of wavelength. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same tones. Right.
Everybody knows that.
All these bitches are with you. We got it.
All right. Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a dream come true right there.
Mm-hmm.
Jose had a great point. Where's Canute, man? Canute, I thought would be crashing by now. We had Canute playing live music usually by this time.
Well, I think
he serenade you.
But
Canute Svanholm.
Yeah. Wait, it's honestly so hard to get the right chat on the. Oh my god! So MG Smith is saying I'm sober as a judge. So I guess the judge are having a lot of fun because that's sober and in that sentence is not correct.
Hey, how come you haven't mentioned how we trolled you? I mean, all of us ladies, we were trying to figure out how to get for talking. Like, what the hell?
I like
yours.
I like this subject.
What? So why didn't you? Why haven't you mentioned this yet?
So I like this subject, Justine. No, Puppy, you're gonna have to wait a little second and
You're
jumping in.
welcome.
I know you love to jump
I
in.
can be here whenever you need help.
Yeah, right. So thank you. No, I want to just reverse that and saying, I'm sorry. Did you troll us at some stage? Because I
we're
missed
just
it.
waiting on you.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So we have this group chat set up with all of us, obviously, when you do a show, right? And so we just all decided to jump on an hour early and ask them where the boys were and that we were waiting on them and what the hell, it was time for the show to begin.
Where are you guys?
So freaking unprofessional.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really just a good preview of the show because you guys are a total shit show. So
right.
Yeah.
Right. Can we at least have that niche like for ourselves? That the shit show niche, that is our niche. But you're right, Justine. I got to be honest. When I read your comments first, I think it was you and Heather. I was thinking, wait, do these girls not know the time or what's going on? Do I need to explain to them it's in 1 hour? And I started explaining. I started saying, girls, in 50 minutes from now.
Mansplaining. We had the wrong time, ladies.
Yeah, they were mansplaining. He was trying to mansplain it to us.
Yeah.
No,
mansplain. All right, come, Puppy, take my lead here.
Listen, at that point, I thought they were the Robin Hood of podcasts, right? At that point, they will tell you when to start. They will tell you when to end. So yeah, thank you for bringing it up. Listen,
You're welcome.
We're under control until we pass out. So we're good right now. I'm looking at Eastern time for 11. We're good.
What time is it where you are?
4:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're good.
1:11. 1:11.
Kat's like about to fall the fuck asleep. She's like, yeah, it's 6 a.m.
I would like some coffee. I'm dying to get coffee right now.
Go get some coffee.
Kat, get coffee.
I don't have any.
No, hey, I had talked to. I was texting with Steph, and initially I thought she said she was 9 hours ahead, and I said no. Where you are, you're only 8 hours. So she was surprised when the show came up early.
So
yeah,
time to just steer stuff.
we have our chat, and she was like, "Oh shit, I fell for your guys' troll. I thought that I was late." It's like, oh, sorry, we should have communicated that better.
The girls are taking the girls down, Puppy. I know you can't read me right now. You probably can't hear what I'm saying. I'm not sure in which dimension you're in right now. But Justine fell for the girls at troll. What?
I didn't.
What?
Oh, I thought you said you did.
Stephanie.
Oh.
Steph did.
And that's why she got upset and left.
No.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. She's so pissed.
Yeah, so mad right now.
Yeah, she hates us.
Yeah, no, I don't think she does. I don't think she does. But I gotta come clean here. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. So, what do you, Puppy? Can you carry this a little bit?
Can't tell.
Right? You can't tell. No, I'm kidding. We got it. We got this. Puppy, I think we want to move on to let's try and find a topic that we can ask the ladies about. Well, first of all, I want to say, okay, so before I ask you, I just want to say that, so you ladies kept telling us that we didn't know what we were in for, and true, we didn't know that you were going to try and occupy the show. You're doing well with that. At the same time, it's a pleasure. So it's it's good, but I'm not blown away. Puppy, what do you have to say?
No, I would ask, what I find fascinating sometimes is Bitcoin is a great divider. It's a great divider between you sometimes and your family, but you and your relations. So what I find interesting is, I don't know, husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends, how does it work? So, of course, some of you, of course, fucking Clancy will fucking tell me how it works with her husband. But for the rest, so moving forward, since you found Bitcoin, how does Bitcoin affect your relationships in a way? How does Bitcoin affect when you meet a guy and you ask him or girl? Sorry, I got to be politically correct here. But how does Bitcoin affect the way you approach relationships as you move forward?
So mention one girl, Puppy. Give the word to one of the 4 girls.
Well, okay. At the risk of mansplaining, Justine, please kick us off.
So I will say that Katie and I talk about this a lot. I know the other ladies are yeah, I'll let them speak. But you know, like one of the things is that when you are into Bitcoin and you're into sort of like this freedom mindset and liberty, like it's kind of hard to date someone who doesn't have that same mindset. And maybe that's more of like a traditional roles thing, like a man kind of leads. Like if you don't even understand the issues with the current legacy financial system, I have no interest in even speaking to you. So it is a little more challenging, I think, on a dating scene. As far as me, like I'm dating a guy who's just totally doesn't even understand Bitcoin at all. Yeah, it's super unfunny. And yeah, I don't know. No, I think it's part of it. I think you have to be on the same wavelength. Yeah, that's my joke. I'm glad some of the girls get it. I'm done for the day.
I think it kind of makes you like understand. This is maybe a stupid way to look at it, but like celebrities date celebrities, right? Because they're just like on the same wavelength. Like once you're so deep down this rabbit hole, like how are you supposed to have a fucking logical conversation with a normie? You know what I mean? Like my friends think I'm just out of my fucking mind. And I'm like, no, really, you're out of your fucking mind. It's just going to take you 10 years to figure it out. You know, so it's hard. Like I'm not single. I can't even imagine being single. Like I blow my fucking brains out if I were on like swiping on some dating app with a bunch of douchebag retards that have no idea what the fuck is going on in the world. I can't even imagine it. So bless your hearts that are unmarried, because I would just blow my brains out.
Wow.
Don't do that, Heather.
Yeah. It's been interesting because I was the one who got into Bitcoin, and my husband's always been very supportive basically of anything that I do. He thinks I'm smart. He calls me his most trusted advisor. He supports whatever I do, but only recently is he getting into it more himself. And that's been really cool because he's interested, like he set up a node for us recently. And that's pretty far into it, which is pretty great. So we have, now it's more like not just my thing, but this is our future that we're working on together, building together. The only issue is like when you're in all of this stuff, freedom and wanting to say like, fuck the system, and you don't want to be like a wage slave and all of this, that mindset is rubbing off on him a little bit, and he still has to focus on work and his career at this point in time. So that part is a little rough the more he's getting into it, but it's pretty cool to see him interested now too. It would be a problem, like if I were with somebody who was like, no, what you're doing is stupid, don't spend money, don't buy Bitcoin, that would be a problem, but that's not the case.
Can I ask you, so when it comes from more like a philosophical level or political, I mean, I don't really think it's political, but like on like the foundational thought process, are you guys sort of on the same page though? I mean, I know he was at the conference, you know, I know he's involved, but like has that been an obstacle that you've had to overcome, or was everything else sort of in line and then the Bitcoin thing you just didn't get?
Yeah. I mean, we've always had some differences, but never about anything that's so important that it would clash too much. Right. I mean, he's way more logical and practical, and I'm more of like the free spirit type, and we balance each other really well. Politically, we've always been kind of similar, not like crazy into politics, but similar beliefs. Right. Yeah.
just the beliefs I was curious about. Because, yeah, that's something that I can't even imagine. And not that it can't be done. I mean, people do it all the time, right? But that would be a real barrier for me, is just having completely different, like, foundational beliefs would be just, I mean, how do you plan a life with someone who sees the world completely differently than you? So I was just curious.
Yeah. I mean, and we do see the world differently, but not in a way that conflicts for where we're going in the future, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, the differences are good, right? I mean, that helps balance each other. But yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah.
I'll stop taking over now. You guys can just join me next week for Justine's Toxic Hour, where I bring on guests and ask them questions about their life.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to join Justine for sure. Stacking cats. So what's your take on that, and how your friends respond when you say you're into Bitcoin? Do they get it, or are they on another planet?
I think my friends are on another planet. Luckily, I think my family's like kind of on the edge now. Like they're open to it, and it was kind of fun over Christmas watching my husband Ox. He was like wrecking them in poker, and the whole time he's subtly like making comments about Bitcoin, about what's going on, and they're kind of, by the end of it, they were kind of on their phones, like downloading an app or looking at Fold or whatever it was, and I was like, oh my god, he's doing it, because I never had like any success with it. So we kind of aligned that way. I think a lot of our friends are now, you know, people that we know from Twitter and people from the internet, because we have the same kind of values, and it's really hard to find anyone here. I think for a long time it was just me and my husband talking to each other, because we literally had nobody else around us that were into this. So it's, I don't know, I feel like I have more internet friends than I might have friends in real life now.
Definitely. Yeah, that's COVID. That's COVID for you, I guess. Heather, do you have questions that you want to hear from your fellow toxic ladies? Anything that you'd like to explore?
I'd like to hear more from Kat. Like, you're a gamer, right?
Yeah.
Did that have anything to do with Bitcoin for you? Did you say that already?
Well, I think it is kind of, I wouldn't say the same space, but a little bit like-mindedness, I guess. A lot of people that are online are in the same kind of communities. I know there was this whole push about when Cyberpunk was coming out, people were trying to get them to make Bitcoin inside the system, and that would have been so cool if they did, which they didn't do. But anyways, I think that's going to eventually line up. I know there have been video games that have mentioned Bitcoin in there, or you could go in and you would see like the little P logo on something. And I think that's neat, because a lot of these games are about kind of futuristic dystopian futures. So I think when that kind of gets in there, that community is going to jump on, because they're all internet guys, they're all techies, they're all kind of people that, you know, I think are receptive to this kind of thing. I think, you know, my people are coming in.
Awesome. Clancy, how do you raise Bitcoin babies? I think somebody was asking.
It's really fucking hard. It's not hard for me to raise my, you know, in the way they should be raised. It's hard for them to go out into a world full of fucking zombies. And it's hard, like the school system, y'all, they have just redone the curriculum. Like, if you saw this fucked up stuff they're feeding our kids over virtual curriculum, it's so messed up. I'm talking like even down to their music classes. I'm sure if y'all follow me on Twitter, you see me post some stuff. But every day it's something else, like cooperate and wash your hands, wear your mask, you know, like fear, you know. So I think that's the hardest part is, you know, teaching them the way of the world is easy until they go into the world that doesn't support the way that we teach it, if that makes sense. So I think that's the hardest part. But
yeah,
I think things are changing, and I think their generation is going to be so woke on what's going on, especially through all of this. Like, because it's going to take people are retards. It takes them 10 years to figure anything out. So hopefully in 10 years, by the time my kids are teenagers, they're going to be like, y'all are idiots. Why do you have cell phones? They have locations on everything. We're not using technology. We're doing it the right way. We're going to rebuild the internet the right way, the way it's supposed to be built. So that's why I think having kids completely just changes your mindset on the world and your mindset with Bitcoin. Like hodling is not hard when you have kids, because this is for your kids, you know? So I think the problem is them.
Right?
And your grandkids, and your great-grandkids, and your great-great-grandkids, all that.
Yeah.
So,
one question. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna, this is a great year for teaching kids about questioning authority that doesn't make any sense, and just teaching values, like even if the school they're getting is shit, like which we just switch to homeschooling. But like there is a lot of stuff available to learn this year just with everything that's going on. It's a great teaching opportunity, I think, for kids.
I think before last year, you couldn't have paid me enough Bitcoin to homeschool my kids. And everything that's happened, I'm like, you can't fucking pay me to put my kids back in school. Like it's just they pushed everything over the edge. And I am not like, you know, our generation growing up, if you're homeschooled, like you're probably fucking weird. I mean, who locks their kids in the house all day, right? Yeah. And now it's like, it's going to be like, who sends their kids to school? Like, it's like doctors that have to, and that's it. I mean, everyone else is going to be like, if they have a brain, you know, fuck this dystopia.
Yeah. I have one other question for you ladies. Justine, you can start. How important do you guys think it is like Bitcoiner women are some of the smartest, most badass, interesting women I've ever met in my life. And I don't normally enjoy hanging out with women a lot, but these ladies are awesome. Like how important do you guys think it is for your partner that you're finding in a relationship? How important is it, do you think, that they're smart and you can talk about like real interesting things and not just superficial fluff?
I thought I trolled enough to not have to answer any more relationship questions. No, it's fine. So yeah, smart men. If you're not smarter than me, I can't be the smart one. And you know, like that's a really high bar. But no, yeah, intelligence is huge. Intelligence is huge. Like nerds. Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of those things where it's, yeah, I want to dig into your worldview. If you're just a complete cis who doesn't question anything and just, you know, it's just not interesting. It's just not, it doesn't do it for me. So intelligence factor, I think it's one of those things like intelligence and be able to make me laugh. Otherwise you're completely useless to me.
Totally.
Honestly, guys, I think this year has made me realize even more. It's not even about intelligence because, you know, people can get educated. It's about like an emotional intelligence. Like people that don't realize what's happening realize it because they're choosing not to realize it because they're fucking pussies and they're scared. They know if they realize what's happening in the world, what's happening with our money system, that if they open their eyes, the whole world is going to change. Because you're being rammed up the ass every day by the money system, your paycheck, your fucking fiat money. You are being rammed every day. And if you choose not to see what's happening, it's because you are scared. That's the only thing there is. I mean, if y'all can find another explanation for why someone with, you know, intelligence, a high IQ, can't figure out what the fuck is going on. It's not because the information's not out there. It's because they're choosing not to see it. So I think it goes back to
there's two different things there. You've got
You've
got intelligence, and then you have like the general questioning of the system, like belief system, right? Like I think those are two very different things. There's extremely intelligent people, book smart, you know, world leaders, whatever you want to call them, that they seem to live in a bubble where they don't know how things work.
But that goes back to emotional intelligence.
Age-old book smart versus street smart. Yeah, I mean, it definitely does.
Yeah.
I just was saying like, those two things are almost different in my head, like the intelligence factor and then being able to actually see the world in the way that I do or question things. It's just like that question everything mentality that is really attractive. Liberty loving, You know, I mean, those are some of the questions that come up is like, so like, what do you think about this or this? And, you know, the questions and the answers are pretty telling. If you're somebody out there who's dating and looking for like a liberty-minded man, like, you know, what do you think of the Fed? Like, how do you think the country runs? Like, what are your thoughts on? And their answer can be extremely, I mean, I don't know. People are so different.
You know that "fuck the Fed" is a good pickup line for women like these toxic ladies.
Fuck the Fed. Yeah. So Justine, that kind of narrows down your target audience to like just Bitcoiners, I think, it seems. So that's not too many guys out there.
I'm not currently looking. I think that there's a lot of crossover between liberty-loving men and Bitcoiners, obviously. I think there's a lot of libertarians that don't get Bitcoin yet, and I think they're freaking insane. But yeah, I mean, even before Bitcoin, like liberty-leaning individuals, it doesn't necessarily mean libertarians. I think titles for political standings is very wishy-washy. I think a lot of libertarians are GOP Republicans. So, I mean, I don't think the title is really clear, but it's just those people who question the narrative, respect individual freedoms, you know, kind of are into the traditional, quote unquote, traditional roles and ways of life. And yeah, I mean, I kind of have dreams of going out in the middle of nowhere and living off the land. So if somebody's like, no, I really need to live next to a Starbucks, we're not gonna last. So I like Starbucks, but yeah, we're just not going to last. So, I mean, it's not necessarily, yes, I would say that Bitcoiners fill that quite well. I think that, I can't say anything here. I think that, yes, Bitcoiners fill that very well.
Apologies.
I'm not looking, so this is not an issue for me. And, I need another drink. I don't know.
Well, I'm currently fucking looking. I'm currently looking for normal people to hang out with because everyone else. I'm just like tired of talking to fucking idiots. You know, like I can't. I'm not going to go on a walk with somebody down the street wearing a fucking mask. I'm like, are you using your fucking brain? Like, what's wrong with you? There's people walking up and down my street all day wearing masks, and I'm just like, there's something that's not adding up, and it's really weird and interesting to see the difference between the thought process of Bitcoiners on the entire rest of the world, on politics, on whatever, you know, like there's just like, what is it that people are walking this line and you either fall off this way or you fall off the other way? Because very rarely are you going to meet someone that's walking that line. And where the fuck are they? Because I can push them over real quick if he's showing to me.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is one of those things I have to remind myself a lot. Like, there's plenty of people who like Bitcoin that don't have the same political views as me. You know, we have very socialist Bitcoiners, which I don't quite understand, but, you know,
where
you believe in individual choice, whatever. But yeah, I think based on Clancy's point, like, yes, I think hanging out with Bitcoiners is one of the things that was really missing, you know, like have that close knit of individuals. There's a lot of people here that we've met. Like, it just feels like family. And I don't know how else to explain it. Is like, Bitcoiners are just amazing. I crave hanging out with them. Yeah, I just think that Bitcoin is amazing on its own, but to actually find a group of individuals that no matter what you see the world as, like you have these core beliefs that are in line is just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yes.
Yeah, go Pubby. Please say something, man.
No. Listen, I have to sign off now because Friday night here I got some other plans. But I will tell you this: it's always family. It's family with me. It is family in Bitcoin. I find it fantastic. No matter who you talk to, once you meet them through Bitcoin, you've been friends for life. And you can't explain it, but it's true. I don't care what country you came from. I don't care how you're brought up. I will tell you this: once you find Bitcoin, you're brothers and sisters. You are a family. And Justine nailed it there.
Can I just say, if I may grab the word, ladies, that so I never met Pubby, but we've been talking Bitcoin for hours every week for at least 2 years. What is it, Pubby? 2 years?
You've never met him?
You've never met?
No.
No,
You
we
guys
never.
need to meet in person.
Crazy.
You guys need to go to a real pub
Yeah.
and have
I
a real
told
beer in
Poppy.
person.
I told
Yep.
Poppy.
That's really
I'm gonna-
weird.
Yeah, we're weird, Clancy. That's how we roll. We are weird. We're gonna weird you out. So no, I told Poppy, since he's not coming to visit me, I'm gonna come visit him this year, and we're gonna do some pub crawling for sure.
Yeah, brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Oh, I told him, Poppy, you are a bear. I am a bull. I'm gonna give you the bear hug. He's getting the bear hug. All right.
Yes.
I love it. But no, Bitcoiners take over. Like you no longer can talk about anything else. And it just feels like home. Yeah. And this is the last I'll say, but you guys made me drink too much and I don't think he's watching anymore. So I'm safe. But like the only thing I've fought about with my whatever we want to call them, Bitcoin. Like these are literally our fights at this point is some sort of.
No, we fought about way more stuff than Bitcoin in my house.
We disagree on something that happened in the space, and it's absurd. Like it's absurd that it totally just takes over your life. But yeah, it's family. It becomes more than an asset. My phone just lit up. I think he's still watching. But yeah. Anyways,
the boyfriend Justine,
move on.
Watching? The boyfriend's watching, or? No? All right. So you're on your second drink. You're working through your second drink, and you're saying that may be too much, like the second one. That's it.
She's saying she talks too much when she drinks, but you're not.
She just one-eyed us.
You don't talk too much.
Yeah.
Justine, you don't talk too much, and you don't swear too much. I mean, look to Clancy for advice on that one. You're doing great. Doing great.
Clancy's a queen. Okay. I can't.
Not when I'm drunk. I'm a fucking devil when I'm drunk.
Hey, Puppy, I want to throw the word to you for a second. Like, if you gotta go, you gotta go. So if you want to say final words about how much, whatever you want to say, is this it, or are you leaving me? You gonna let me hang here with these 4 girls, or?
No,
yeah, for you.
You can bring in Katie back again, but yeah, I got some plans. Even Pubby has plans on a Friday. I will say, what a great show, ladies! Thank you for helping turn this into a bigger shit show than we really are. You guys are amazing, and all your
elevated this thing.
Yeah. Oh yes, we know
sure.
that.
I don't want to hear
it. We know that. No, but thanks for joining us. Honestly, and now we got to break it down to do it one at a time. Over a few months, we need to do a one-on-one.
No,
I'm down.
You and I, and we'll isolate these girls so we get a chance to ask them tough questions. Like they've been running the show for the last 2 hours, so we'll take them on one-on-one if they're willing to come on. But I agree. So is that it, Puppy, or?
No, that's it. Yeah, yeah. No. I gotta go tell my daughter I love her and give her a hug.
Good.
She's
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say,
love you guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, thanks, Puppy. Thanks for being my good friend and co-host here. And you know what?
Ciao.
I'm not gonna sign him out because he's still there. I'm gonna let him hang. Let's see what's gonna happen with Puppy right now. Ciao, Puppy. He's gonna struggle now signing out. All right, there we go. All right. So here we go. Me and 4 ladies, but I got this. Sure.
I'm telling the other ladies there's a spot. Yeah?
Yeah, they keep saying Katie.
Katie early.
There is
told me earlier no, but maybe you can change your mind. Maybe you guys should just
only
chant
runs
her name
20 companies.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's too toxic for Katie. I'm not sure we're gonna see her back in here.
So what do you guys want to talk about now?
Nail polish.
All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna do blue next.
We should have all just went and got manicures because mine are horrible.
You see my nails?
Yeah, we should have met.
I got my nails done.
Plan
for you, Danish.
Sorry, what about me?
Nothing.
About my nails, so I haven't colored them in a while, I gotta be honest. But I do cut them, so they're it's so they don't get too long. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do?
Okay, somebody said talk about Citadels.
Sure.
I could talk about some Citadels.
Yeah, let's talk about Citadel.
Do that.
All right, go.
Clancy, where do you envision your Citadel, your ideal Citadel being?
Well, I don't know. I have many ideas. I have many Pinterest boards for this. Okay, so I kind of want one of the sea. What do they call the sea? The things that are just like floating in the middle of the sea. I kind of want one of those. Y'all know what I'm talking about? What are they called?
Like
They're like
Not an
seascapes
island
or something. No, not
like
island.
floating Citadel?
Island. That's the word I was
land
looking for.
that's
The
surrounded
island.
by water.
You got to be careful because if it's too heavy, it might flip over.
Right. Yeah, you gotta watch that shit. If you run to one side, you got to keep everybody spread out on it. I don't know. I thought those were kind of cool, but then I'm like, yeah, well, then what if a fucking wave comes? So that's not a very good idea. But I know that I'm gonna have a moat, and it's gonna have only albino crocodiles in it. Only albino. Okay. I've already ordered my baby albino crocodiles, and they're gonna go in the moat around my Citadel.
Nice.
What's
a moat's a good idea.
Why albino crocodiles, Clancy?
Because they're pretty.
All right, I take it.
I mean, if someone was like, would you like these white albino crocodiles, or do you want these brown ones? You'd be like, I want the fucking white ones.
Okay.
I mean, unless whatever, float your boat.
Whatever. So, ladies, if you guys want to carry on, you have some topics you want to ask each other. I ran out of topics after 15 minutes because I thought you guys would like talk a lot, and I was, you guys didn't. But to be honest, you were very to the point and answered the question.
I like that you're
What's your show?
shit talking us the whole time. Like your inability to host this show has somehow turned into us being boring. I mean, we're not gonna take that shit, man. Like, we're not gonna fall for it.
I want to know what's happening with like y'all's friends right now, because I know all my friends have gone like real silent, and Joe's friends have started like blowing him up. It's really weird dynamic between like all my girlfriends and then like all his guy friends, because my girlfriends have like dropped off the face of the fucking earth because they're all like liberals wearing masks and shit, and I'm like, fuck y'all, I'm not doing that. And now
because
like,
you're so outspoken about your beliefs and fuck all this shit going on, and they feel like it's too much, it's too wrong, like you're too toxic for your friends right now,
Yeah, that's what Joe says.
It's okay though, you have us.
No, I think I'm too toxic for like a normie, like a zombie.
You're very entertaining.
Zombies.
I just think you're outspoken. I mean, my friends, I'm not someone, this is that whole I'm a bad Bitcoiner again. Like, I don't feel the need to go tell everybody about Bitcoin and why they want to be involved with Bitcoin. Like, if you're not interested, I don't really feel like wasting my time on you. Everyone's aware of sort of what I do and that I'm passionate about it. And I've kind of like put the seed out there. And so people will come to me when they have questions. I've fought with my stepfather about this. I put a post out recently, or a tweet. Like, we had freaking fights about how he would argue with me that the dollar's backed by gold. Like, this is where we started. Like, this is really like, what? Just what? And so now he's actually, so we've come a long way. Friend wise, they're sort of aware. They ask me about it. They all own a little. This is kind of funny that there used to be this little mobile wallet that was really easy to use. And so that's kind of how I would onboard people, is I would have them download this app, and I would send them a few sats, and it was like, this is how it works. And here recently, one of them reached out to me like, hey, I really want to pick your brain about this again. But nothing insane. Like, it's not like my phone's been blowing up. I really don't want a lot of people in my vicinity to know I'm super involved in Bitcoin, because I think it puts a target on my back. So I don't know, like close people know. They've sort of reached out, but nothing too crazy.
So do your friends not like find your Twitter and they're like, what the fuck?
Oh no, nobody knows my Twitter. I actually have this fear that somebody's gonna like go. I know. I have this fear that somebody is gonna go and like look at Bitcoin Twitter and then they're gonna see me be like, Justine.
I don't
oh my god, so your
is this you?
That's so crazy. Okay.
No, my Bitcoin Twitter is not. I never had Twitter before, so it wasn't like I had friends on it, but nobody knows about my Bitcoin Twitter.
Isn't it funny
that way?
Man,
Twitter make no sense to me until you find this one topic that you're really interested in, and then it makes a lot of sense. Then it explains
like
everything.
Housewives.
Yeah. Like
Housewives. Wait, what? What?
Like Bravo TV. I mean, come on.
I'm just there for Bitcoin.
Y'all, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Wait, I didn't understand what you were saying, Clancy. But no, I mean, Bitcoin Twitter's fun.
Yeah.
I know. Don't be mean to me. But no, Bitcoin Twitter is just fun. And when it stops being fun, I'll stop being on it. It's really funny because I just like it. There's people who try to build an audience and are like very careful about what they tweet. And I put something out. It was some like raw thought. It's half misspelled. The grammar's horrible. It's just bad. And then people like message me to tell me how to improve things and like, oh, you should do AB. And I'm like, I'm not going to put that much work into it. Like, why would I do that? Why would I? It's just, yeah. And when it stops being fun, I'll stop doing it. But I get a lot of when I beat a smart ass, people will be like, are you okay? Like, why are you upset? And it's like, no, I'm just an asshole. I'm good. Thanks so much for your concern.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Twitter's just fun. But honestly, I mean, I've met a ton of people that I am super thankful for. I hate to say that was Twitter's responsibility, but it was. I mean,
it was for me too. Yeah. Absolutely. Twitter and toxic ladies have been a big deal.
Yeah, toxic ladies definitely a big deal. Yeah, I heard. So I was thinking if we should take some questions from the chat. Anyone has questions in the chat? I mean, not that we need it because you guys are on a roll here. I don't want to disturb the flow. We got a really good flow going on. I'm just wondering if you guys in the chat have any questions. I guess not. I'm not seeing anything. So Justine and Clancy and Heather and
so Justine, you are taking one approach, and I didn't really know how I kind of wanted to do that with like the people that I know, how much I share about Bitcoin with people that I know, and you're definitely doing the safer, more secure approach by not talking about it a lot, which is awesome. And I've really gone kind of the other way because I have a lot of people that I love that I don't want to see poor. And I have way too big of a family to stack for them. And they're just going to be like calling me saying, hey, you've got money, you know, the ones who already know. So I'm just at this point, like really giving a last push to the people I know. And I'm just throwing like Bitcoin Twitter at them on Facebook. But this may totally bite me in the ass down the road because I mean, a lot of people now definitely know that I'm involved with Bitcoin, and that's a little alarming also. So what about you two other ladies?
Me?
Yeah.
I have fucking guns. I'm not worried about anybody knowing I have Bitcoin. Too. So, I mean, like, I'm like, come and fucking take it, you know? Yeah, I bought Bitcoin, so go fuck yourself. Why didn't you buy Bitcoin? And I love that, like, me and Heather are doing God's work on Facebook. We shit on people left and right. Heather's like, do not cry when all the rich people have all the Bitcoin. I've been telling you, buy Bitcoin. Now the richest man in the world owns Bitcoin. Stop fucking crying. I've been preaching, and I'm like, preach, bitch, preach. So we're like tag teaming on Facebook because there's all, you know, if it's not a picture of your titties or your baby, no one's paying attention to posts.
Yeah.
So
people are like dead asleep, not paying attention at all to everything that's happening. So I'm just trying to snap them out of it a little bit.
Y'all, literally, like I have, you know, 2,000 or so people on Facebook, which is kind of, you know, like is a good amount for Facebook. And I post shit all the time. I'll post Tyler Winklevoss interviews, you know, like crazy fucking stats about like, you know, our money being inflated like 30%, like 1,700 comments. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah,
I mean, she
like,
is really
Bitcoin,
cute.
they're like crickets, right? But it's changing for me. It's changing now. I'm getting a lot of people responding to me now. So
like, it's like the last 2 weeks, all of a sudden all of Heather's friends just like woke up and are like, tell me more about this. And my friends are still just like, maybe they all blocked me. I don't know.
You're muted. How about you, Stacking Cats?
I think I really tried to keep it separate in the beginning, and that was more for like an OPSEC choice of I didn't want people around me to know that I was into this thing. I think some of my close family obviously have heard me say it, so if they ever get to the point where they become interested or they become like they want to know more, they know that they can ask me. But I think in general, my Bitcoin Twitter person is completely separate from my in real life person, just because I'm not sure that, and because of the way my family is, I know that if I say that I'm really into something, like I love frogs, they're going to tell everybody that, oh, she's really into frogs, right? So I don't want to say I'm into this thing, and they're going to go tell everybody.
What's up, Katie?
Hey.
There she is.
I can't believe you all are still on.
Welcome back.
I know, right? My kids hadn't busted through this door yet.
It's
They're
your
alive
fault.
in there.
Okay, I have to tell you girls, when you kept telling me that we didn't know what we were thinking on, I'm like, yeah, whatever. That's cute. That's very nice. But yeah, okay, I give it to you. You were onto something there. And I know that was the last thing I'll say the next 30 minutes, so back to you.
So are we doing it I don't know, monthly or bi-weekly or something?
We
should just announce our podcast.
Yeah, we've got 34 more toxic ladies waiting for an invitation, you know.
I mean, like, this is just
the tip of the iceberg, okay?
Yeah.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
Just the
Just
tip.
the tip. Clancy, it's just the tip. Don't worry about it. It's just the tip. Fuck. I need to reset the node because it's really important to be up to date with the latest block. Let me reset the node, and yeah, girls, you know what you're doing. You don't need me here. Anyway.
Yeah, bye.
I thought it was a joke earlier. I thought he had to go pee earlier when he said he was going to reset the node. So
Me too.
I don't pee. So I just reset nodes. That's all.
Gotcha.
Oh, we have a little thing called
I like it.
internet. We can just check, but
I just want to do a
finally
quick
gone.
shout out to the other toxic ladies who are watching.
Yes.
hey, bitches, what's up? Where you at? Follow me on Twitter. Come shit in my comments.
Hey, Clancy, did you have a chance to show your store? Because that's fucking amazing. I've got whole MacBook in your stickers, so you should show it.
Show my what? You went out.
Your store, like
Your swag.
share your.
No. But where do I share a link like that? I mean, like, can I type in this bitch or what? I don't know what I'm doing in
you
here.
can do it in comments on YouTube, or you can just
Just
spell it.
Just put it in the DM and let Katie copy and paste it to the chat here.
I can do
Not that I don't trust your tech ability, Clancy. I do.
I can actually find it online. Don't worry about it.
Just to make it
Clancy.
easier on you.
You just go to Redbubble and type in anonymous BTB, all one word. Anonymous BTB at redbubble.com.
Don't worry, boys. I'm posting it in the chat right now. Done.
Yeah. And y'all, like, I love when people are like, Clancy meme this or Clancy sticker this. Like, when you see funny shit, like, tag me in it, and I love to just, like, make it into something. So, always open to suggestions. Like, yeah, this Bitcoin War Flag, I made this. I mean, that just took a B, so it wasn't that fucking hard, but, you know.
But
I like a lot
also,
of
if
stuff.
you all seen our picture of wearing HAVE and like have fun staying poor hats. It was made
Our
by
Waco
Clancy.
picture.
Yep, these hats were also made by Clancy.
Yeah, that was fun. This was very
Yeah.
cool, Clancy.
Yeah, Heather got the H because, you know.
Because
And I got the S and Joe got the U, so we could be fuck you together.
Okay, Heather and I got H and A, so we can, laugh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Sarcastically laugh, like, ha.
Yeah. B
Hey,
is
I'm
for
gonna
bad
have to,
bitch. Yes, it is.
I like it. I'm gonna have to jump off in a second, just because I should probably actually go back to work. I'm kind of worried
all the
currently,
vodka?
but I had a question. Yeah, after my vodka, it's great, and my message is getting in trouble.
Good job.
But I had a question. I had a question to leave on because that seemed like the responsible thing, not just to tell you guys to go fuck yourself and leave. So, so my question for all the ladies is like, what's the one piece of advice that you could give someone coming into the space currently? Not really a 30-second pitch, but somebody, like, what's your advice to new Bitcoiners coming in? And that's my question, leaving you. And I'm going to peace out. And I love you guys. And I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Bye.
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 See you later.
Thank you, Justine.
I don't actually know how to leave, so make me leave.
No.
Oh, there it
I'm
is.
going to keep
All
you
right,
there.
There's a button that says leave. I found it.
Just
Thank
start
you,
working,
Clancy.
Justine.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
All right, I actually have an answer for this one. So, I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker, but I feel like that's the one problem that a lot of girls in the space are having when they're entering the space is like there's this disbelief that they're actually capable to understand what is Bitcoin and how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice would be like, girl, you can do that. Like, it's not a rocket science. Yes, it's not an easy one, but like, you're going to be able to understand it. You will learn day by day. It's a learning curve, but you'll get there. And that would be my advice.
Awesome. Agree. My advice would be buy more, like a lot fucking more, and don't get caught up in the noise of shitcoins, because that's what I wish someone had told me in the beginning. Like, buy more Bitcoin, don't get caught up in the noise. Yeah. And I agree with you about learning, and that it's not hard when you just learn the next thing you're interested about,
Yeah, just like pick up a fucking book and read it. You know what I mean? Like, here's 10 books, and call me back when you've read all 10 of them. I just don't think it's that hard. I mean, like, listen, I don't know how to work the fucking camera on this thing. I don't know how to work all these fucking attachments, but like, I can pick up a fucking book and figure out that our government is retarded. The Fed is retarded. Like, there is no way out except for Bitcoin.
There's a really good book about
Amen.
the Fed being retarded. If you guys haven't read The Creature from Jekyll Island yet.
Yes, bitch. Yes. That's
Really
a good
good
one.
book. Yeah.
Somebody put in a chat, read everything by Nick Szabo. I can't read his fucking tweets because I'm blocked. Because he's a fucking sadist too.
You're blocked from Szabo?
That's what happens when Stadius meets Katie. They just block me.
Shit. All right, so I can hear you girls are signing out. That's interesting. And thank you for letting me be on your show tonight. I really appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Heather. So why don't we give you guys a chance to do some whatever last words you want to say? Not that you didn't have any chance to say anything, but say, why don't you all take a round and say the words you want to say? Then I got like 1 hour to do some breakfast. I need to do some breakfast, and then I will be on BDC sessions. Which I worry about, to be honest, coming straight out of this level of Belvedere, going straight into BDC sessions. Puppy's in the chat. Yeah, Puppy, you left me here alone. Jesus. All right, girls, please
I have a super weird proposal. I've seen people do it. It's super stupid, but it's 5 of us, and it's gonna be perfect. We're gonna do a heart with our arms on the picture.
Oh,
can you do that? Clans do that. Oh
What?
yeah.
I don't know how to do one.
Clans, put your arm different one.
Shit! Oh shit, y'all!
Clancy, come on!
Different arm, Clans. Isn't that
I don't know how
cool?
to do it.
Now
What am
we're
I supposed to
talking.
do?
Yeah.
Someone screenshot it now. Someone screenshot
Okay,
it.
okay, someone screenshot it.
Look. Are y'all doing
Left,
it?
left one up, yeah. We're
Now can we make a big one?
Oh,
We need to make a
Katie,
B. We need to make a
Katie, you're
B.
next level.
That's a
You're
hard
next
spot.
level, Katie.
B. B.
B.
Fuck, okay.
What?
Fine.
No, B.
What? BTB or what? What are we talking about? What I gotta do?
Bitcoin. He's talking about Bitcoin.
B for Bitcoin.
Backwards.
Come
We
on,
can't
guys.
really do that. It's gonna be.
Look,
Oh, there's a
Clancy,
polling.
we've had
we're going to total
Clancy,
shit show now.
Clancy, we had a success. Why are you messing with the success? We had a clean cut success of the heart.
Oh,
The
God,
heart,
because I like to push things, past the. I like to, push the boundaries a little bit.
yeah, that's good. That's good though.
All right, y'all.
All right, this was fun.
Stay humble. Stay sad. Bye.
Okay, that was quick. Who was that? Who left? That was Katie. So,
She left.
Peace.
stacking sats. Stacking cats too. Why don't we get some final words from you? Thank you, by the way, for having me on your show.
Oh, I don't really have anything. I still need my coffee really bad. I'm struggling real hard right now. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm glad that ladies are, feeling able to speak out and get involved. And I'm sure a lot of new ladies are, I hope, watching, and maybe they'll be our new friends in the future.
Yeah, reach out.
Awesome. Yeah, Clancy. So you took the word there. Why don't you? Can you do final shout out something, whatever you want to shill, whatever, some message that you find is important for the community?
Okay, yeah. I will have to say that you can find my art at anonymousbtb.redbubble.com. They'll share that shit in all this chats or whatever, or you can just go to my Twitter. But also, I have to say that we need to make a stronger connection between 3D2A and Bitcoiners. 3D2A is 3D printing guns. It just needs to happen. There's these toxic motherfuckers over there printing guns, and they are so toxic. And if they could just go a little bit further into the Bitcoinery, then it would just be like, all of Elon's little minions discovering Bitcoin. They're all like, oh, Father, what are we doing right now? So I think that if we could just make that our next step, I think everybody needs to go check out all the 3D printing space and all those bad motherfuckers on Twitter, because they are doing some God's work over there too.
Awesome.
Stack sats.
Stack sats, Clancy. Thank you. Heather, please, final words from you. And again, thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely. This was fun. I think you should have more toxic ladies on. They're pretty cool. And I just want to say that I love all you Bitcoiners. A lot of you have become like family to me. And I heard you guys talking earlier about not enough women being in the space or whatever, but the quality of women that are in this space is incredible. And all of you guys who are open with us and let us hang out with you too, that's cool, and we appreciate it. It's fun.
You're welcome, Heather. You're welcome. It was a pleasure, honestly. So I didn't know what to expect today, getting 6 toxic ladies on the show. But it was a lot of fun to spectate for sure. Love the energy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. So thank you, all of you. And as a final note, I just want to tell whichever viewers are left that be careful storing any value in dirty fiat currency, because it has a built-in policy of diluting your savings. So be careful with that dirty fiat currency. And consider Bitcoin as the alternative, the place to store your value. It does great. Toxic Ladies, this was a first, but it's not the last. Appreciate having you on. Love the energy, guys. And thank you for being on. And
Thank
on
you.
that note, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.